Nitty run the city, no cap rap news. We back in the building, chillin'. We got Monique in the building tonight. This interview already got like 1 million views. Shout out Club Shay, Shannon Sharp. We in here talking tonight. We gonna have some fun. Y'all pull up, man. Y'all hit the like button for me, man. Y'all hit the share. Pull up, let me know where y'all from, man. Who in the building? See people watching. YouTube in the building, Facebook in the building. Got my setup a little bit different tonight, but it's basically the same thing, man. What's going on? Tig need to run the city, no cap rap news. We doing a reaction, a live reaction. This interview been going crazy on YouTube all damn day. He just dropped it earlier today. Dion Knight, I see you in the building. Monique on Hollywood. Club Shay, Shannon Sharp interviewed Monique. It got the internet going crazy right now for a minute anyway, a little bit. I just want to first say, appreciate everybody pulling up, looking out for me, man, subscribing to the channel. We moving right along. We getting closer and closer to that 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. Appreciate everybody on YouTube. Appreciate everybody on Facebook. They be coming in, rocking with me. We just be having fun, man, talking shit. I'm just reacting to this video, this interview right now. And Monique is a damn fool from what I heard. But we gonna watch it live, man. Just have some fun tonight. How long is it? 3 hours long. Let's do it. I don't care. Let's do it. I ain't got nothing else to do right now. So let me see. Let's start this thing up, bro. Shout out to Club Shay again. Let me change it one thing right quick. I was just looking iffy right now. Let me see. Hope everybody having a good night, good evening, a good day. All right, this might be it. This might be looking better. Let's see. Did it? Yeah, nah, that ain't it. Let me see. That's what I hate about this live shit. You do one thing and shit go crazy. All right, let's see. Give me 1 second, y'all. Figure this shit out. Got this on the wrong spot. I don't need that over here. I need that over here. That's where I need that at. So let's see. That still ain't what I'm looking for. What the hell going on now? Well, I tell you, it is always something, man. What up, Dion Knight? I see you, bro. Trying to figure this thing out right quick, get this shit straight. I know it's something I'm doing, because I just had it doing it fine. So let me try this one more again. One more again, man. All right, let's come over here. Let's move this for a minute. Let's open this up. We on Safari. Okay, we good. YouTube. Okay, we good. I had it at the perfect spot too. That's it. I ain't got to rewatch all that shit.
These shorts from Fabletics are 2 for $24. Look at the shorts I used to wear to the gym.
Oh, welcome to another episode.
Okay.
Shay, I am your.
All right, we good. Let me see. Let me move this though. I need this on the other side. All right, let's move this over here to this one. And let's move this one to this one. Dirty mother. All right. So we got to do it like this though. My bad, y'all. Y'all give me 1 second. I mean, we in the building. Know everybody on Facebook say what up. Everybody on YouTube say what's up. I think I got it. I got it good now. I think I got it straight now. So let's see. Let me make sure. And we should be good to go. We should be good to go. All right. Making sure y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear the interview. So let's get to it.
Shannon Sharp. I'm also the proprietor of Club Shay Shay. And the young lady that's stopping by for conversation and a drink today is one of the best loved comedians. She's one of the most decorated actors. She won an Oscar, a Golden Globe. She's a British Academy Film, Theater, and Arts Award. She's a Scripps Howard Guild winner, NAACP Image Award winner. She's been nominated for a Primetime Emmy and a Grammy. She's a talented host, executive producer, writer, and an author, a versatile entertainer, a famed Hollywood star, a powerful name in the industry, a veteran stand-up comedian, a mother, a wife, a legend, the one, the only, Monique.
Wow. Wow. No one does that better, baby.
Thank you.
Do it again. Say all that
Said,
again.
wow.
Hello, welcome to another episode
Wow.
of Club Shay Shay. I am your host, Shannon
Come on
Sharp.
now. Put them damn cards down and read all that again. Oh,
He
brother,
begins some
thank
good
you.
good intros to people though.
Toast you for your amazing, amazing career. Not only in front of the camera, but behind the camera and your stand-up career. Monique.
Landon Walker, I see you.
Thank you for having me, brother Shay Shay.
Thank you.
See you on YouTube.
Better drink some water after that.
Hit that like button for me, bro.
Who? Yes, indeed. Let me just say this before we start.
Yeah.
This right here,
Yeah.
I'm going to talk right to the sisters. One sip, get you right there. Now I'm back to you, Shay. I'm back to you, baby. That's enough for me.
She gonna be lit.
Oh, sisters, if you're trying to make up with your man, if you're trying to get pregnant, this right here is Shannon Sharp. One sip, take care of all your woes. Baby, that thing right there. Okay.
Monique, when you hear everything that I read on the card, what goes through your mind when you hear that?
What goes through my mind when I hear you read that? I'm humbled by that. I'm grateful for that. I've been allowed to share a gift, because that's what it is. But when you start reading that, there's a part that says, who is he talking about? And there's another part that says, I'm grateful that I was able to put that work in to achieve those things, but all with humility.
You said we were talking off camera. You said, I want to get something. There's something I
Yes.
want to share with you,
Yes.
and I need to get it off my chest early.
Because that's why I'm looking at you now. Like, why are you going into that? Because I told you we could not talk till I dealt with you.
Okay, go ahead.
Listen, okay. So let me say this to you. The day I watched Skip Bayless lose himself with you, and that's what he did. He lost himself. And when I watched Skip Bayless,
She finna start sucking up, I see.
put them goddamn glasses back on, boy. Now, I know he didn't say goddamn and boy, but that's what everybody heard. And I was waiting for you to snatch his ass across that table, baby, and give it to him. I was like, Shannon, this is the perfect time. I don't condone violence.
Right.
I don't say be
I was
violent,
waiting
but
on that shit
day,
too.
I was in my
Been
feelings
waiting
for 2
on that.
days. Me and my grandbaby could not watch you for 2 days. And my husband had to say, Mama, let's talk about this. Look at Shannon Sharp. He retired in 2004,
Yeah, she right.
but he could
She
still
right.
get on that field and run touchdowns, tackles, everything. Had he snatched Skip Bayless across that table, he would have died in
9
Shannon's
o'clock.
arms that day.
Right.
So Brother Shay Shay handled that right. Now we can talk.
Landon Walker, I don't know what song you talking about,
I just
man.
had to get that off of me because I know everybody around the world heard what I heard. No, he didn't say them words, but we heard it in his mind, and we was looking for you to say space and opportunity, Skip. Space and opportunity.
He would have beat the you know what out of Skip, man.
That's your Aunt Mary coming out of me. That's your Aunt Mary coming out of
We're
me.
trying to get monetized, so I can't curse for a little while.
Monique,
I'm trying to be nice tonight.
you and her are a spitting image. I remember the very first time I saw you, and my sister and I, we were talking, and my sister
It ain't gonna
looked at me,
last
and I
long.
looked at her. I said, she's a spitting image of my Aunt Mary, and you are. Hopefully, we're gonna put pictures up when we run this. So you're from Baltimore,
Yes.
And I read everything that I read. When you were growing up in Baltimore, what did a young Monique want to be?
Just what I'm doing right now, baby.
You dreamed of this.
Just when I tell you, Shannon, from a little girl, I always wanted to be famous.
Okay.
Because I saw the Jackson 5.
Okay.
And I saw people screaming for them and hollering. And I'm like, damn it, I want them to scream and holler for me, but I couldn't sing.
Right.
But I knew somewhere I was going to be famous.
Right.
So I prayed to the universe, just let me be famous. I didn't understand what all came with that. As a little girl,
Right.
you just see the lights, the glamour, the glitter.
Nah, a lot
and
come
you
with
fall
that
in
being
love with
famous
that.
shit.
So that little girl fell in love with the lights, the glamour, and the glitz. That little girl fell in love with a woman named Oprah Winfrey on a local talk show in Baltimore called People Are Talking. And when I looked at that woman, Shannon, I saw me. I saw a big woman with a
Patty Pendergrass, I
big
see you.
shoulders and big feet. And I said, if that woman can do that, so can I. So that's what that little girl was thinking of.
She said, Oprah, big,
Are you the type
big
of person
show,
that
this
if
some
you see
big feet.
someone do something one time, that means it can't be done again? Because you saw Oprah do it. You say, well, Oprah doing it. Why can't Monique do it?
I think Oprah, when I saw her do it as a little girl, was a push. However, had I not seen Oprah, my dreams would have still been my dreams.
Okay.
But when you see somebody that's inside of that space, because how many big black women are on TV even now?
Correct.
So back then, you didn't see any big black women on TV that was doing
Only
it.
big black
So I
woman on
think
there
had
now
I
is
not seen
Saucy
her, I would have still
Santana.
wanted to do it. But seeing her, let me say, okay, it's possible. It's right there.
Right. What was Monique like as a little girl?
Have you been suffering from the after effects of a car crash?
Oh, yeah. It's going to be riddled with commercials, I see. They getting that money on Shay Shay, Club Shay Shay.
What you seeing right now, baby, ain't nothing.
So you always-
I just got, listen, let me tell you something. A lot of people in this industry
Judah,
don't
I
like
see
me,
you, I see you. What's
right?
happening?
They didn't like me as a little girl, Shannon. I'm so
Y'all
used to
already
this
know
shit.
what it is.
People didn't like me because I was going to tell it. I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell on you.
Right.
So what you saying right now is the same thing you getting. They tried to fight my ass in the 12th grade, Shannon. They
She
surrounded
snitching.
me,
Right.
a group of them.
Type shit,
Wanted to fight on
right,
me.
right.
Why? Because I told the truth.
What you tell?
I told Andre that was not Lawan's baby because
Oh, come on, Mo.
that's what Lawan.
That ain't your place.
Let me tell. Wait a minute, Sugar, you gonna calm yourself down? Okay. Do you,
She finna swing on Shannon already.
you better back that up, Shannon. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
North Cross, Georgia, yeah, in the
person for
building.
Right.
Right. And if you tell me something,
Bessemer
and you
tape.
say, Monique, I've done something to somebody, but don't say nothing. Shannon, I'm gonna need you to fix that. Because if you don't fix it, I'm gonna have to tell that because it's wrong. So when she tells me this is not his baby, but I'm gonna tell him it's his baby, I can't let you do that. That's not right. Wow. So what I stand for is right. And I think where we run into a problem in our community, in our group, we get so caught in, well, that's not your place, but you see wrong happening, right? So when you see wrong happening, what you do? Do you just stand back and say, that ain't my business? Or do you look and say, well, I knew that wasn't his baby. Now the baby 21 years old and he's trying to find his father. What you gonna do? I'm asking you, what you gonna do?
Well, honestly, Monique, if somebody
She
said, well,
done got
Shannon,
him
I'm
caught
gonna
up.
tell you something, and I'm going to tell you this in confidentiality, and I don't want to go any further than me, you, and this table.
Yes.
It stays with me, him, and the table.
Well, let me say this, because I'm going to go back and forth with your ass, okay? I would say, before you tell me, did you hurt somebody?
Yeah, okay, yes.
Before you tell me, is this something that would make me question your character? Before you tell me, you got to be clear about what you get ready to tell me. Because if you're getting ready to tell me something and
She
I
talking
know
with
that you've
sense,
done
though.
something wrong, I know that you're wrong, and I not say anything. That's why people are allowed to keep harming people for years to come. See Harvey Weinstein?
Yes.
Well, there's a lot of people that knew what was happening.
But it felt it wasn't their place.
It wasn't their
wasn't them.
place. Right, until it becomes you. So I think the moment we get into a space, and I was in the 11th grade at the time,
Right.
okay? But when we get into a space where we say, listen, if I know you're doing wrong, and I take a position that's not my place, eventually you will succumb to what you support.
What was your relationship with the young lady that told you this in confidentiality? When you
I'm not going to focus on, I was in 11th grade, now I'm 56. But when she told me, I told her, I'm going to tell. See, I'm that. I'm going to tell him what you said. So we clear. I'm going to tell him what you said because that's not right.
Oh my goodness, Mo.
See, I think that's the problem that
She
we're
a
dealing with
real
right
one.
now, Shannon.
Okay.
When we know something is wrong. Everything Cat Williams sat here and said.
Right.
We all know it to be the truth. However, we get so caught up in, well, I ain't gonna say nothing.
Right.
Well, can you believe he said it? Or can you?
Or it's the messenger.
It's the messenger, baby. We get so caught up in the messenger that we'll overlook the message. People have a hard
I can agree with
time
that shit, though.
hearing a 5'5" giant tell the truth.
KK, what's
People
going
have a
on,
hard
bro?
time with a black woman over 200 pounds tell the truth because people that look like us, we should just be grateful we got invited to the party.
Right,
We
right.
should just be grateful.
Yeah, man, we on here reacting to this Club Shay Shay interview with Monique. It's got the internet going crazy right now, so we live streaming on YouTube. We live streaming on Facebook, both at the same damn time. Y'all know how we do it. No Cap Rap News every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I wouldn't come in tonight. I can't even lie to you, but I said shit. I can waste these 3 hours fucking off or on here streaming. So we on here streaming, bro, reacting to this interview. Let's get back to it, man. I ain't gonna keep up, y'all.
That someone paid us attention. I've dealt with that my whole life. I've dealt with that. So when you get to a space where you say, listen, I want to be free. I want to be free. I don't want to walk around intimidated, scared, fearful. What might happen? What they gonna what they gonna say? What they gonna do? If it's your story and it's the truth, tell it. Because what you can do is be in a position to prevent it happening to someone else over and over and over again. So if I go back to the 11th grade with that sister who's no longer with us, rest her with that sister, I would do that again. Because if you tell me something and we know it's wrong, but you're going to pin that on somebody else, is that right?
No, it's not right.
And what would your Aunt Mary do?
Got him. She got him. She fucked him up.
Monique, I swear,
You're
Monique.
not answering my question. What would your Aunt Mary do?
Well,
Monique might have been an old pimp or something, man.
Anyway, so yeah.
She got some pimp vibes going
That's why
on.
you love Aunt Mary, because Aunt Mary kept it in check.
Yeah.
Even though you didn't want to tell her.
And she can play
was gonna tell that
spades.
baby, you know that's not your
Guaranteed.
daddy.
Right.
We're not going to play like that. You love Aunt Mary.
I do. The uniqueness of your name, M-O hyphen. Most of the
I
time,
guarantee
Monique
she
is-
can play
It's not M-O hyphen. What was that like? Because people say, oh, you trying to be different. You trying to be bougie. You know good well. You
Yeah, madam, old madam or something. She was something.
I do. That's my stage name. When I'm not on stage, my name
Christian Moore, I see you pulling in. What up,
when I'm on
Sean?
stage is M-O, the little hyphen, and I-Q-U-E. That's just
Y'all hit the like button for me.
You
We
ever
just
think about changing
reacting
it to the hyphen.
No.
live to this Monique interview.
On stage is one person. Off stage is somebody different. And sometimes we get the two mixed up.
Right.
On stage, I am an entertainer.
Right.
Off stage, I'm a wife, I'm a mommy, I'm a friend, I'm a sister, I'm these different people. But
Monique definitely run the shot house, bro. She
How much
ran
of
one.
Stage is actually Monique.
That's good, Shay Shay. That's good. All of the stage is Monique.
Hey, don't
But
get
there are
fired
certain
watching the
things
show. I
Monique's gonna
appreciate you
say on
tuning in, but
stage
don't
that
get
you
fired, my
wouldn't
boy.
say off the stage. There are certain things on that stage. You know, there have been people that said, "Oh, she."
Hey, put your
cuts so
earbuds
much.
in at work
Oh,
and
I'm
listen.
a performer.
Right.
I'm an entertainer, and I'm on stage. But no one will ever find an interview of me doing what I do on stage in an interview like I'm having with you. It's two different things.
Right. What type of student was Monique? I read that you were in, I don't know if this is the correct way, but you were in the class that,
The slower one.
yeah, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you,
Say it, baby. Now,
Hey,
I want you to
you want
say
me to
it. Spell it out.
She a real one. He trying to beat around the bush. No, I was in the slow class. I was finna say the wrong shit. Nah, I was in the slow class. She a real one for that. He trying to beat around the bush. Just say it, man. The truth is the truth. I mean, that's her past, man. That's her life. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing to be ashamed of. Nobody. Do your thing. A lot of shit people we can't control, man.
Hey.
You got 2 naps. You had 2 recesses.
Okay, but I did not wear a helmet.
Okay.
Now, since you want to go there, I did not have to wear that helmet, baby.
So,
yes.
Mon, as I sit here with you today, you didn't all of a sudden become this advanced. Why were you in that class?
I'm not going to play with you, Shannon. Okay, some of them damn words Cat was using, I was like, what? I said, oh, he's sucking it to him. You know, I never connected with school because I always felt like it wasn't adding up. So when you're trying to teach me about the Boston Tea Party, but people that look like me is at the bottom of the boat, I can't connect to what you're saying. I never connected to, because I always felt like something was off. When they were teaching me about history, we were always the savages and we were always the bad people. And then you saw these white people be all the heroes. And as a little girl, I said, something
ain't right.
So I don't look at that as a bad thing. I just didn't connect with it. It made no sense to me.
So you never had a problem with the learning, but the disconnect was what they was teaching.
The subject matter. Nobody want to study that bullshit.
Not what I actually see.
You know what, Shannon? It's a combination.
Okay.
It was a combination, okay? I wasn't grasping it and I didn't believe it. So it's a combination. And when you have a child that is full of energy and is sitting in a classroom that is closed in all day long and you're trying to tell me all that I'm not. It just did not add up to me. It just did not make sense to me. So there's no shame to it. When people say, was you in the soul class? Yeah. You know, we colored.
So when you...
What?
We colored. But don't overlook what you don't...
She said we colored or we covered.
Right.
See, again, we come back to the messenger.
What the hell is she talking about?
Thought that I would be.
Landon Walker, what song you talking about?
Nobody thought, not the fat one. She's not going to be the one, not her. So I've been used to people doubting and counting me out. And for me, as that little girl, it's like one day, and that one day is right here.
Even your family. So how was your family?
She tripping with that color,
your brothers and sisters? Because I mean, look, I got a brother and sister, and you know, we joke with each other, and
just cause we colored, we ain't in the slow class. That ain't no good excuse. I don't know where she got that from.
It is what it is.
No one paid enough attention.
Really?
Like no one paid enough attention because though we lived in a household together, we were very individual. So no one even paid attention to what was really going on, and to include my parents. And that's not a victim story.
Okay, I get it.
Me. It's just what it was. So it wasn't like, oh, you dummy. The jokes were always fat. They were always fat jokes. Well, okay. So I'm so used to that. But
are you the only one in your family this
baby, the only one that sneaks snacks. I'm the only one that sneak them damn snacks, Shannon. I'm the only one. Yes.
So what would you say your relationship then and now was with your family?
Hey, come on, commercial. Anyway, I kind of like Monique, man. She always been kind of funny to me. It just when, you know, that Hollywood shit, though, I understand she trying to, you know, break that mold, man, and be one of the ones that say,
Doug and Andre came to
nah, you ain't finna keep getting over, you know what I'm saying?
We navigated
some niggas cool with them getting over, and some niggas ain't, you know what I'm saying? It's the house and the field, if you know what I'm talking about. And Cat Williams, people like that, them in the field, bro, I can tell they no shame in their game, and seem like they keep it funky, but we gonna see.
My relationship now with my family, they're my biological family, and I wish them well.
Mo.
Here's the thing. I watched you do I think it was like a little clip, and they were talking about interracial dating.
Yes.
And you said, why would somebody stay where they're miserable?
Right.
That applies everywhere, Shannon. It just doesn't apply to that, especially in our community. We've been taught, take care of your family, make sure. Well, there are some families that deserve it. And there are some families that you have to say, listen, I'm so glad we had this time together. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's where I am with mine. I wish all of them the best, but that's what it is.
Yeah.
So even as I sit here with you now, with all that's going on in Hollywood and all of the,
I hope it ain't about
stuff
no
I had to
petty
go
shit.
through,
As long as it ain't no petty
I've
shit,
already been through it with people
then I can
that you
understand
call
her.
your family. And I have to say, you know what? That has to just wash off when I know what I'm standing in and what I'm standing on.
You're absolutely right, Monique. My grandmother used to always tell us, she'd say, son, teeth and tongue may fall out, but family never should. And she stood on that. No matter what transpired in the family, no matter how bad someone had treated you, you should never fall out. But hearing you say that, that's different, because just because we're blood, that doesn't mean we're family through blood. But sometimes it's somebody on the outside that's not blood that's actually closer family
Yes.
than the actual biological.
Yeah, I done seen that happen a lot too.
Trauma is okay.
That's
We've been
real.
taught to say you mistreated me, you abused me, you violated me, you disrespected me, you belittled
YouTube,
me.
what up?
But I'm supposed to look at you at Thanksgiving and say, "How
Facebook,
you
what up,
doing,
what up?
Unc?" That's what we've been taught. You swallow that pain. That's why people have such a problem with Cat Williams. People have a problem with people that says, I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to tell the truth. And that causes a ruckus. And you would say, why are people upset with the truth? When you hear Steve Harvey say, there are
E-Face, what's
repercussions
happening?
when you tell the truth. Well, remember when we were children? What would your grandmother tell you?
Tell the truth.
Tell the truth, because if not, there will be what? Repercussions. Well, now it's got turned
Getting
around.
that ass.
When you tell the truth, there'll be repercussions. So what's the opposite of that? Should I tell a lie and get a reward? So that's how we're rolling right now. That's how we're dealing with one another right now. So when it comes to family and people saying, oh, Monique, how could you? Listen, I want to live the rest of this journey that I have in peace. I want to be with my family, in love with my man, he in love with me. We watch our babies grow and develop their own families. I don't need anything in the midst of that, because you
She trying to keep that drama out of there.
accept that trauma. I should accept you not taking accountability for what you've done, what you've said, and we just washed the slate. That's why we're in the position we are now as a community, as a Black community, as a community in entertainment. Everybody's been so afraid to say, look what they did to me. Look what they said. And it's like, oh, well, listen now, we don't want to ruffle no feathers, especially if the messenger doesn't fit what people should think the messenger is supposed to look like.
Right.
And we keep repeating history, Shannon.
Is it a situation, Monique, where people look and say, well, you made it thus far? Well, it couldn't have been that bad, because if it has been as bad as you say it is, Monique, how would you have ever gotten out of B-More? How would you have ever gotten into Hollywood? How would you ever have a talk show? How would you ever be on a sitcom? So how is it that bad, Monique, and you end up...
And people that ask them questions don't look like us either.
Yes, ma'am.
Your eyes were like this.
Yes.
And it was, oh, I made it. I'm here.
Right.
And then after you start getting in it and you started seeing things and you started feeling things and now your eyes start getting a little closer, because now you're understanding
You
what
peep the game
business
out.
is.
Right.
So when you first walk through the door, you're walking through the door saying, come on, baby. Oh, this is all I've ever prayed for. And when my baby Cat Williams sat here and said, no one's ever gone out to LA and got a sitcom like that. I was in LA for 3 months. And here comes a show called The Parkers. And there we go from there. It took off from there. So I think that when people say, if it was so bad, you mature. You begin to understand what you're dealing with.
Right.
You begin to understand what you're in the midst of. And once you understand it is when you can speak on it.
Right.
But before you really know what you're looking at, how do you speak on that?
Right.
Because when you first walk in the door of Hollywood, you have everybody.
Yeah, you got to learn that shit first.
Oh my goodness. You're going to be amazing. Oh my goodness. This is going to be incredible. Well, that's all you know.
That is all you know.
Yes.
But you're so happy to be here.
Yes.
Till you get involved in this shit, it's a different game once you get in there.
When I listen,
Just like a job.
you say dirt poor,
Yes.
bathroom outside.
Yes.
It was, we had to make it work however we can make it work.
Correct.
And then you get that first big check.
Yes.
And you think the people that gave it to you is awesome because they gave it to you. And it's more money than you've ever seen before until you find out this ain't the right money. This ain't the right amount. Wait a minute. If they got this, why am I getting this? Then you start putting the pieces together and you start saying, it's not right and I'm going to speak about it. See, when I saw Taraji,
a lot of them be getting in that game, music, entertainment, any kind of movies, anything. They get in the game and they be thinking, well, you know, I got the name and shit. Everybody want to come see me and whatnot. So I should be getting paid what the dude that fronted, what the plug getting paid. And that ain't how that shit work. Until you become the plug, you gotta either work with the plug or not. You know what I'm saying? The choice up to you, but you gotta you have to play the game sometime when you first get in there. But then once you even get in there, to be the plug, you gotta realize you gotta start investing into yourself though. You gotta budget, you gotta pay for all the movies and pay for the studio time and pay the cameraman and pay all that shit and shoot the movie your damn self. And then you can talk like that. You see what I'm saying? But when you can't come to the plug and say, hey man, since you making all this right here and I'm doing this right here, you know, I think I should be getting paid a little bit more. Now, it's a possibility you might get paid more. It's a possibility he might tell you get the hell on out of here and you handle it on your own. And then if you ain't able to get them, you know, the same backing and advertising and marketing money and stuff like that, like they was doing, then your shit ain't gonna go nowhere. No matter how good it is, how dope it is, if it ain't getting seen by the eyes, it ain't gonna, you know, it ain't gonna. It's longer. It's gonna take a lot longer and a lot more hard work on you. So sometimes people don't be wanting to take that, understand that view of it. You know what I'm saying? That point of it.
was we had to make it work however we can make it work.
Correct.
And then you get that first big check.
Yes.
And you think the people that gave it to you is awesome because they gave it to you. And it's more
But they
money
say
than
that
you've
Bunk
ever
is
seen before
the
until
only
you
one that
find out this ain't the right money.
I wouldn't doubt
Right
it.
amount.
That might
Wait
be.
a minute. If they got this, why am I getting this? Then
I'ma
you
look
start
into
putting
that,
the
though.
pieces together, and you start saying it's not right, and I'm going to speak about it. See, when I saw Taraji broken on those platforms, it was painful to watch. However, Taraji and I had a conversation over a decade ago.
Yes.
In my trailer on the
Uh-oh.
Monique show. And she said, you know, you got to keep on getting it until your turn comes. And I said, Taraji, most of us die before our turn comes. We got to ask for it right now. Now, I understand that because there was a time I felt the same way.
Exactly.
Because that's what I was told.
Right.
You just keep going and we'll get them the next time. We'll
Right.
get them the next time. We'll get them
But
the
now
next
you
time.
got the
next
experience
time
and
never
shit.
comes. And then you see our sister broken, sitting on those platforms. Now, when I said it,
Why didn't it get the traction when you said it that when she said it, now all of a sudden everybody is coming?
They ain't like
I
her.
don't have a problem. I'm glad.
Yes.
But if you said this a decade ago, and I remember you saying it over a decade ago, why didn't it get the traction? Why didn't it get the support? Why wasn't it propped up when Monique said it?
I think there's a few reasons why. Number one, it was the messenger. I should just be grateful I got invited to the party. You a big, fat, black woman. How dare you be the one? And then on top of that, you're saying names. You're saying Oprah's name out loud. You're saying Tyler's name out loud. You're saying Lee's name out loud. You're saying Lionsgate out loud.
She
That's
calling
not what we
niggas
do.
out.
We say they. We say the people. We say the studio. We say the producers. How dare you actually say
She
our
putting
heroes'
names on it.
names?
You're very specific.
These are our heroes. How could you say their names out loud? Because they're the ones that did it. And if I don't say it out loud, now you see a woman that is swallowing that pain, that is so
And leave the
stressed
door
out.
open for them to
Then you
do it
see
to
our
other
sister
people.
Taraji B. Henson sit on that platform. And I love that baby because she's a beautiful spirit. But to see her that broken, what our community was saying was, we have a hard time, some of us, we have a hard time seeing a strong black woman with her back straight and her chin up and a strong black man standing by her side. We have a hard time accepting that, but we can accept seeing a black woman broken. Now it's really serious because she's falling apart. Our community had a hard time with those two things. And when I would hear people say, why is her husband there? Why is he there?
He's supporting her.
Sad day when we're questioning why a black man would stand with his black woman. So when you hear black women saying we're the most undervalued, disrespected, underserved, mistreated, violated, exploited, we get all of that. Then you see a black man standing with his black woman saying, not on my watch. And you hear some black men saying, why her husband gotta be there? We're in a sad state of affairs when we begin to question.
I wonder who said that. That sounds like some Steve Harvey shit right there.
So they didn't want to hear me, some of them, because of what I look like, because I spoke about their heroes, and because they saw that man standing right there strong.
Did they question the validity, because we had never seen this before, not so public, not so present.
Yes.
Did they question you and his relationship?
Me and my husband?
Yes.
When you say question,
What it's like?
He trying to start some shit. What do you mean by question the relationship?
Because they did.
He trying to say if it was he really there for her, or was he there because she got money or some shit? But shit, either way, I think he was there for her. I would have been there if it was my wife. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're supposed to do. That's what Jay-Z just did for Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? That's what the real one's supposed to do. I think, in my opinion, anyway. But let's go.
I want to understand what
Because, okay, did they think that was your husband, or what? Was he your manager? Because he's been everything.
Yes.
He's your lover. He's your manager.
Name
he's your
him.
confidant.
Name him.
He's the father.
Come on, name him.
Whatever he's all encompassing.
Yes.
He's a toolbox with all the tools that Monique needs.
All of them.
And so when I heard people saying that, why is he there? Why does he have to be in every interview? Why does he have to be in the background? Why can't Monique do that? Why not?
Why not? Why not? And that's when you see.
Because he ain't rich and he ain't no celebrity. That's what they be looking at. They like, well, who is this? Why is he there? He supposed to be a nobody. Nah, he ain't no nobody. He a nobody to you because you don't know the man, but that's her damn husband. So he supposed to be there. You feel what I'm saying?
And these are my sisters. But when you see Taraji, when you see Viola, when you see our sisters speaking out, you never see their representation sitting right there with them.
Mm-hmm.
You never see them saying, listen, we got to fight together.
Right.
My husband is also my manager, which is my representation.
Right.
But again, we've been so beat down that some of us have a problem with this black man saying, I'm standing right here strong,
Right.
and I will not flinch and I will not budge. What a sad state of affairs we are now in, where you have people that look like you and I that would question why this man is standing there. That, for the life of me, is disheartening. When we heard Brother Malcolm say, we've been run amok, we've been hoodwinked, we're now doing it to ourselves. We're now doing it to ourselves. So when you say, Monique, it was different because we had never seen that before, you said their names. Let me say this, I'm not the first one.
Right.
I'm not the first one, but we get washed away in history so easily that we start thinking, oh, this is the first one, this is the first one. Her name is Claudette Colvin. And she's not the first one, but she was before Rosa Parks. But because Claudette Colvin did not fit the picture that they thought she should look like, she was dark-skinned and she had coarse hair. And because the organization, I believe it was the NAACP, did not think she would be accepted by the white people, they had to get somebody that they said the white people could accept. We keep repeating the same thing because what I said is no different than what anyone else is saying. Not at all.
Right.
It was the messenger. And it was the way that I'm not putting my head down. I'm not shedding one tear. I'm not going to say, I don't want to say their name because I might get in trouble. I'm going to say all of it.
Right.
Because when you really think about that little girl coming behind you, what I don't ever want that baby to see is me broken. I don't want her to see me falling apart. And I understand it. I understand how it can happen, Shannon, when you may not have a foundation at home.
Correct.
When you may not have that man at home or that woman at home, whomever, that support person saying you're not crazy.
Right.
I get what she's saying, man. I like I said, I always like Monique. I thought she was finding, I think she a real one too. So I get where she coming from. It's a lot of house Negroes out there, bruh, that don't peep the game and just cool with how it go, and they complacent with, as long as they doing all right, they all right. They don't care about, it can be better if we all work together. They don't care about that kind of shit. And there's a lot of them, that's the divide and conquer mentality that niggas got, and niggas need to lose. But I feel it so far. Let's keep going, man.
Come on. We're going to go through this. We're going to get through this. So for us, if we start taking things for what they are and get out of our emotions, we would be so far along.
Do you believe punishment? Punishment is not only meant for the perpetrator, but it's also to deter others from said acts.
You see it.
Do you believe the punishment that was bestowed upon Monique was not only to punish you,
saw it,
but to deter others from saying what you said?
Well, Shannon, see here, and I'm going to answer that. But sometimes we act like we don't know our history. See, back in the day when they had us in chains, they would beat one real good.
Right. But in front of the others.
In front of the others, and they let everybody know what you don't want is that type of ass whooping.
Right.
So what they said was, we're going to beat Monique really good. We're going to sit her down. And I made it public. Financially, my family took a hit, Shannon. And when I tell you we took a hit,
Right.
we took a hit. So when you see our sister go through that, you see her go through, and we act like our
they were trying to get Monique out of here.
We watched that promotion happen with the
They got her out for a good little while.
See how Oprah Winfrey treated Taraji. In my humble opinion, when you saw her walk up, you saw that there was tension. You saw that there was something happening.
Right.
And then when you see Taraji write her a love letter, it's like, listen, we got to stand tall and stand strong on what we know. We know you were mistreated. We know it wasn't right. We know it was unfair. And then you turn around and say, oh, but Lady O handled it. I have a problem with that.
Jorge has always put the ones he loves first. But when it comes to caring for his teeth, he's like...
I have a problem with that, because that allows Lady O to keep on doing what she's doing. And we're in a position of, I don't want to say nothing because we saw how Monique got whooped. Now, again, that's just my humble opinion. But I don't know I don't know how else to frame that. It's like, listen, you better fix that because you saw what they did to her. You saw how they treated her.
Is it a situation, do you believe?
I wondered, did Taraji first, when Monique said it, did Taraji, hate on her a little bit, or did she just keep it funky with her and supported her during that time? Because she did tell him. Monique called that shit out a long time ago. Now here we go again in the same situation, because, niggas be thinking shit a joke, and as long as it ain't happening to them, niggas don't be caring and shit till it gets serious and it come to they door, and then niggas want to act right and act up and and want all the sympathy, but they didn't show no sympathy. So I wonder if Taraji did that. I ain't saying she did. I don't know. If any of y'all know, let me know. But that's just something I was thinking about.
Situation.
I hope she didn't. I don't think she did
something
or
similar
would.
That maybe wasn't as public as you, and she's looking at it. Well, if I faced that, went through it, and came out on the other side and look at me, it should be okay. Because sometimes we get that with parents. I struggle. You say my kids should have to struggle sometimes also. Do you think that might be something going on with her, or you just like there's a disconnect?
There's a disconnect.
Okay.
There's a disconnect, and there's been a disconnect for years. There's a disconnect. And I think what happens is we place people on these pedestals and we say, oh no, you can't do no wrong. We don't even want to hear it.
Right.
And when you hear cats say, you know what they do? They don't say anything and they act like it didn't happen. I'm going to keep talking until you take accountability.
Right.
Until you say, Uncle, I've done this. That's why it was so important. From Oprah Winfrey to Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels. Now, Lee Daniels was the only one I had to deal with. Did you see Lee Daniels apologize? He walked out on that stage. Not only did he apologize on stage, that man apologized to our children. That man apologized to our children and said, I need to apologize for what I put y'all through. He's the only one I had to deal with. However, it became a problem with Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry, that I wouldn't do something and work for free. Now, when you say, well, maybe Oprah feels like she came through it, why can't you?
Right. Well,
Well, there's a story with Oprah Winfrey when she was on the show, People Are Talking. Richard Sher was making $55,000. She was making $22,000. These are her words. It was her co-host. She said, I had to leave because they wasn't paying me fairly. Now you say a black woman who did nothing wrong, and you're in the midst of this situation because she called me, Tyler Perry called me, Lionsgate called. When you were on the phone with my husband, you said, I agree with Monique. I agree with the position she's taking.
But
when it came time to say it out loud, Oprah Winfrey went totally silent. Now, to Tyler Perry's credit, Tyler Perry called us up, right? And he said, I can see the pain in you and I can hear it. And I want to let you know that I would never do nothing to hurt you. But the conversation kept going on, only for Tyler Perry to admit he did start a rumor that I was difficult to work with. He lied, only for Tyler Perry to admit I was wrong. And when my movie Boo come out, I'm going to say that, right? Now, here's where, when you did that interview with Kat, I could respect how you do it. Because Kat said, you let them people lie in your face. And your response was, Kat, I don't know if they're lying or not.
right.
Because I can only take them at their word.
At the word.
Right?
Yes.
Well, we sent you the audio of Tyler Perry. I don't want you to take me at my word. I want you to hear his words. And what did you hear that man saying? What did you hear that man saying?
She called him out.
What did he say?
Is Monique, you know.
Hey, Monique a real one, bro. She be calling them niggas out. She come right in their face, and he put him on the spot. He don't know what to do. He shook up. Plante, what's up? What's up? Who else? Shayla, Tim, and Pat, Dominique. Who on here? We got a few people on YouTube too, man. We just reacting to this Monique interview. She called the nigga out, put him on the spot. He know he's scared to say it. He's scared to say it. He shouldn't have this kind of show if he's scared to say what he heard. You know what I'm saying? That what she talking about. Tell the goddamn truth, bro. It ain't hard to tell the truth. Shouldn't be.
Not supposed to be recording people.
No. Let me back up.
Okay.
Everything we did was legal. And here's where a black woman really gets the kick in the ass. Had I not recorded Tyler Perry, then it would have been my word against his. And then on top of that, it would have been, he's so powerful, we can't even pay no attention to that.
Right.
Well, now I have him on audio, which is legal to do where we live.
Right.
Okay? We have him on audio. And do you know what some people then said? Why would you record him? Just like you sat there and said, you know it's illegal to... But did you hear what the man said? I violated you.
Yeah.
They be dipping from the truth, my nigga. When you call out the truth, niggas will hit go around the bush like a motherfucker. They'll beat around that bush on your ass.
Yeah.
Do you know, Shannon, that's cost my family tens of millions of dollars?
Yeah.
Over a lie and a rumor?
Is he gonna make he's gonna compensate you for that?
I want you to look in your camera.
Yes.
And I want you to talk to Tyler Perry because you heard what that man said.
Oh, wait. Wait a minute. She didn't put him on the spot again. Hey, did you see that look he did when she said, he like, wait a minute, don't put me in this shit. Hold up, whoa. Watch the nigga face.
I want you to look in your camera.
Yes.
And I want you to talk to Tyler Perry because you heard what that man said. So ask him, will he compensate my
Hey,
family
that
for
smile got straight as
You
hell.
come on Club Shay Shay and let's have a conversation about the fair compensation for what transpired between you and Monique. You can sit right here and she's sitting right here and you and I can have a conversation.
And we'll
Hey, that was smooth how he flipped it. He got some parts of that shit. That's how you supposed to do it. Make that shit work for you too. He flipped the shit out that shit.
do one better. And give me 5 on that, baby. We'll do you one better, Shay. My husband and I'll sit right next to him.
Oh,
See,
got him.
with this whole situation,
Hey, Monique gangster, she with the bullshit. She want to call him out, so he can't. If he lying, she gonna call it out right there. Play the tape, man. It's that messy shit. Shannon be starting shit.
and some of the people that Kat talked about, ironically, I have this issues with those same people.
Hey, this where everybody gonna start going just to call niggas out right here. This he got him one. This the new Jerry Springer. Shannon the new Jerry Springer, bro. On God.
There were people that reached out to Tyler Perry on my behalf,
Okay.
and I was grateful for that. Okay? There was Al Sharpton, the Reverend Al Sharpton, civil rights leader.
Yeah.
I sent him that audio. He listened to it. He said, baby, what that man did to you was wrong, and you're like my daughter, and we're going to have to get him to fix that.
Right.
You probably know Vistaprint for business cards.
Yeah, Sharpton don't be getting that fixed. He just be in the way, for real.
And
I wonder if he be getting some kind of
Hear from Al Sharpton
compensation,
for 6
fair
months. The next time we
compensation.
saw Al Sharpton, he was on a podium talking about we don't need to fly commercial because we can fly Tyler Perry's private jet.
Hey, hell no. See what I'm talking about? I told you, Al Sharpton knee deep in the game. He got paid. Lady C, what's happening? What's happening? We see you on YouTube. Tell me something.
I said, that's right, lady. I'm not hearing back from him. Okay? Then we had our beautiful sister, Stephanie Mills.
Yes.
Okay? Who is, she don't play.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I told her.
Hold up, man. I still can't believe Al Sharpton did that shit, man. That's foul. Let me run that back a little bit, man. That was foul. I knew it. You can't trust him, bro. He got skin and his head still big and shit. You can't trust a dude like that, bro. Let's go.
Yeah.
I mistreated you.
Yeah.
Do you know, Shannon, that's cost my family tens of millions of dollars?
Yeah.
Over a lie and a rumor?
Is he gonna make he's gonna compensate you for that?
I want you to look in your camera.
Yes.
And I want you to talk to Tyler Perry because you heard what that man said. So ask him, will he compensate my family for that?
Tyler, will you come on Club Shay Shay?
Hey, Shannon flipped it right there, though.
About the fair compensation for what
Joaquin, what
transpired
up?
between you and Monique. You can sit right here and she's sitting right here and you and I can have a conversation.
And we'll do you one better. And give me 5 on that, baby. We'll do you one better, Shay. My husband and I'll sit right next to him. See, with this whole...
What y'all say? Protect Shannon. I hope he don't got no skeletons. Yeah, cause if he got skeletons in his closet, ooh, they gonna call him out. They can't wait. Somebody gonna go on there and in the middle of him airing out somebody else. They gonna bring out the dirt on him. You know what I'm saying? That'll be fun as hell. Okay, lady, see you say you got some new heat. Okay, bet. Let me check it out. Let's get back to this shit.
And some of the people that Kat talked about, ironically, I have this issues with those same people. There were people that reached out to Tyler Perry on my behalf.
Okay.
And I was grateful for that. Okay? There was Al Sharpton, the Reverend Al Sharpton, civil rights leader.
Yeah.
I sent him that audio. He listened to it. He said, baby, what that man did to you was wrong, and you're like my daughter. And we're going to have to get him to fix that.
Right.
We didn't hear from Al Sharpton for 6 months.
6 months. Watch
The
this.
next time we saw Al Sharpton, he was on a podium talking about we don't need to fly commercial because we can fly Tyler Perry's private jet. I said, that's why maybe I'm not hearing it from
You saw Shannon's face. I just noticed
Then we
that.
had our
Hell
beautiful
no.
sister, Stephanie Mills.
Yeah.
Okay, who is, she don't play.
Yes.
Right? I told her what happened, sent her the audio. Now, I don't know if she listened to that audio or not, but however, she called Tyler Perry.
Y'all hit that
She
like
said,
button for
"Monique,
me,
Tyler
man.
Perry does not want to revisit this." Okay, fine.
Right.
While we're on the phone, Tyler Perry calls her back and says, "I will meet with Monique, but not with her husband." Now, you ready for this?
Yeah.
And then Monique has to apologize publicly to say Oprah and I had nothing to do with messing up her career.
But that'd be a lie.
Look in the goddamn camera.
I thought that was a stage the way you.
Look in the camera.
Yes.
Because you heard it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So when you hear what this man is saying, so I said, Stephanie, tell Tyler,
Yes, sir.
never will I meet with him without my husband. And I owe no apology, so I'm not going to give one. That goes away. Kevin Hart.
Hey, he don't want to meet with the husband because he's scared he gonna knock his ass out. I would if I was the husband, because you say this shit on, you admit to it on my goddamn. I got the call with you admitting to it. Then you come back and say, I will apologize. I mean, you have to apologize to me on TV, and then I'll straighten you out and act like we ain't had nothing to do with it. Y'all ain't had nothing to do with this shit. That's some. The game crazy, man. The game wild. And it ain't just in the movie game, the rap game. It's in real life, too. And at the job sites and shit like that, this same kind of shit be going on everywhere, man. And it's just hard. You just got to figure out a way to navigate through this shit, man, and keep living your life. But this is a good interview so far, man. I'm glad y'all pulled up, man. Joaquin, I see you. What's happening? Who else? Dion Knight said AI gonna pick up the bag every time. Al Sharpton, yeah, hell yeah, Al Sharpton gonna get that bag. I told you he was petty anyway. He a hustler, man. He a no good slick hair ass hustler. He a pimp named Slickback. For real, that's the real life one.
Now, you know when Cat Williams said gatekeepers?
Yeah.
Kevin Hart, I do his podcast.
She finna
And
get
I
on
want
it.
y'all to re-listen to the podcast so you can hear it for yourself. When he first comes on, he says, "You're like my mother. You're like my aunt. You're like my sister." Okay? Then we do.
Hey, wait. She calling everybody out, and I like how she do it. She tell you the good shit that they said. She making sure she show you the contrast of it. It's all the good shit. They tell me all this good shit at first. Then all of a sudden, when it's time for the action, they duck that shit or they pull off some other fugazi ass shit. So let's see where she going. I already know where it's finna go. Let's run it back just a little bit too.
Podcast. We speak about the Tyler Perry situation. Oprah Winfrey, he said, "I don't really know Oprah, but I'm going to reach out to Tyler." I appreciate that. Kevin kept his word. He reached out to Tyler Perry. Kevin Hart called me back about maybe a week or so later. He said, "Mo, I talked to Tyler. He said he don't want to revisit it. He said, but I tell you what, let's move past that, Mo. Let's just move past that and let's just do great things. So whatever
That's what Kevin said.
I want you to hear me, Kevin Hart. Let's move past that, Mo. Let's do some great things together. Don't even worry about it. Whatever y'all want to do, I will partner with you. I'll executive produce with you. You just let me know what you want to do." Now, let me say that before we go any further, because I want to make sure I give Kevin Hart his proper credit. When my family was up against the wall, Kevin Hart wrote us a check and said, "Here you go." We're forever grateful for that.
Now wait a minute now. That's a real one. Now hold up, Monique. Hold up. Now, if you finish shit on him and he just said now, he wrote you a check. He ain't had shit to do with this shit. He went in on his own and said, "Hey, I'm looking out for you. You like my brother, like my sister, and my mama," whatever he said. You can't shit on him now. Don't shit on him now, Monique. Don't shit on him, bruh. Let's go. Let's see. You can't.
When we were able to give it back, we said, "Brother, we appreciate you," with some interest on top, because I don't ever want nobody to think
Feel like they
me and my
gave up.
husband. So I want to make sure I put that out there. That brother really helped us out when we needed to be helped out.
Oh, okay.
And
She
when he
got it
came
back to him.
I got you. I didn't ask Kevin Hart to do anything. He said, "I'll executive produce. I'll partner with you." I said, "Good shit, Kevin," because we're in a deal with Endemol. and we're trying to get our talk show back. Mo, whatever it is, I got
In
you.
the mall.
Now, Kevin Hart is one of the biggest
Hell
entertainers
is in the
now
mall.
in the world,
Correct.
right? And was then. We got off the phone with Kevin Hart. We called In the Mall immediately and said, Kevin Hart said, whatever we want to do, he got us. He's going to partner executive use. They was like, oh, this is incredible, because when you put Kevin Hart's name on it, you already know what it is.
Correct.
2 weeks go by.
Uh-oh.
We get a call from In the Mall. In the Mall says, we just got a call from Kevin Hart's manager, Dave Becky. And Dave Becky said, Kevin doesn't want anything to do with Monique. So whatever she told y'all, he doesn't want to do anything with her, nothing. You know, he doesn't want any kind of relationship with Monique.
So what changed between the 2 weeks and plus he gave you a check, you gave the money back, then said he would partner with you, executive produce, whatever you need, Mo, hey, we got you. So what transpired?
Yeah, what happened?
Do you think transpired between then, that 2 week period?
Well, soon as we got off the phone and they told us what Kevin's manager, David Becky, said, I called Kevin Hart immediately. I said, hey, baby, we just got off the phone with Endemol, and they said Dave Becky called them up and said, you don't want anything to do with me. He said, Mo, that's a miscommunication. I can tell you right now. I said, wait a minute. Are you okay, though, with this white man calling them up? Getting in between our relationship after something you said. He said, Mo, that's a miscommunication, and we're going to talk Tuesday. Don't worry about it. I'm telling you right now, it's a miscommunication. That was 2 years ago. If you talk to him, I talk to him.
Oh my God. God damn, Kevin Hart. I thought he was gonna keep it funky. So he did say he ain't want nothing to do with her. If he ain't had nothing to do with her, 2 damn years. Damn, bro. I thought it was finna be a good story, man. Damn, Kevin Hart.
Never.
But you was a real one for cutting that check, though. He was a real one for that, at least that part.
So that's what we're faced with. When you allow somebody to come in between a relationship with a woman that you said, I'm like your mother. You said I'm like these things. I didn't ask you for that. So everything that baby was saying sitting here, everything he was saying was on the up and up, because when you hear people say, get the anger out your heart. Oh, man, no one's saying he's lying. No one ever said I was lying. It's so easy to discount and devalue because of what we look like.
Right.
However, when it comes to Tyler Perry, I will not allow you to discount or devalue, because that is your voice on that audio. Remember on Good Times when Penny's mother was whooping up on her, and she had recorded it? That's you on tape. So how does it go from you saying you're going to give me an apology to now I owe you an apology?
But what do you want an apology for?
This Valentine's Day,
Yeah, that's some weird
all out
shit.
for the ones you love and dive into delicious decadence. Share the love and discover
Yeah, how can she owe him an apology for something that he did? So they trying to flip the script. They trying to get her to go on there and act like she was tripping the whole time and then apologize to Tyler Perry and Oprah. But he on tape saying, nah, that's shady. That's shady, bro. The whole industry shady. All of them shady, man.
What could I possibly owe you an apology for when you've admitted? See, when Lee Daniels says to me, because Cookie from the show Empire, I was offered that role. Now, Taraji tore it up, baby. Listen here. However, I was offered that. Then
I think she would have been a good Cookie too, though. I think she would have did a good ass role at as Cookie. To be honest, that's just me. What y'all think?
Baby girl, they said you too difficult to work with, but you hear on the audio that a man told David Talbert I was difficult to work with. Do you see how that cost my family?
Yes.
And with no accountability, because it's the great Tyler Perry. No, you've got to be accountable for that. Oprah Winfrey, you've got to be accountable for the things you've done with my family. You've got to be accountable for that.
Is there any relationship between you and Tyler and you and Oprah currently?
No. No.
But I thought there was an apology. I read what there that I thought I read.
Yeah, Dion, I think she'd have been good at that role.
An apology, and Tyler had issued an apology. That's not correct.
No.
The only person that's giving you an apology.
You saw it. It's Lee Daniels. That's the only person. So we are in a place where We're too afraid to call them for what it is. We're too afraid to say, if it looked like a duck and it quacked like a duck, what is it, Shannon? It's a duck.
Right.
So again, you see the struggle of the black woman as I'm sitting here talking to you, and you say, Mo, but why would you record him? But you heard the man violate me. The first thing wasn't, I can't believe that cat did that to you. It's, why would you do it? And we understand it.
Right.
Not cat. She didn't mean cat. She meant Tyler Perry.
Because we've been conditioned that way.
Because when you had to get somehow, because when you're telling people these are lies,
Yes.
nobody is believing Monique. So now, even though you have him record his voice, and that's him, and he's saying he made it up, now it's no longer, oh man, I can't.
YouTube, y'all hit that like for me, man. What's going on? What's going
So
on?
now they put the onus back on you.
Where's the win? How do we win? How does a black woman win when you say, here he is right here? And I look to the community and say, how long do we allow us to keep being exploited, used up, taken advantage of? And because we think somebody can give us an opportunity, we just say, shh, I'm not going to say nothing. If we keep operating like that, Shannon, you're going to have a whole lot of us sitting right here in this same seat, almost telling the same story.
Why do you?
Hold up. See, like I said, I like Monique, man, because it just seemed like she be keeping it. She one of them ones that ain't gonna just go for any damn thing. You know what I mean? Like them suck-ups that be at the jobs, you know, the Uncle Toms at the job and shit like that is snitching and telling on everybody, and you know what I'm saying, and ain't in everybody's business except their own, and you know, I don't like that kind of shit. And she seemed like that kind, but you have to understand too, when you buck up against that kind of shit though, they gonna get you up out of there. They gonna try their best to get rid of you. You gotta go because you bucking the system, and they don't like that shit. So like I said, the best way to combat any of that shit is you being the boss. You gotta start putting up your own money, investing into yourself, because as long as they investing, they kind of get whoever the finances, bro. You can have the idea, but if you ain't got the finances, the one with the finances is gonna end up getting the bigger cut. That's just the reality of this shit, man. In any establishment, any industry.
Tyler is afraid to meet with you and your husband. Why does it need to be you one-on-one when he meet with other representatives and their client? What is it about you that he feels it needs to be just you and he?
He's scared her husband gonna file on him.
Some kind of negative influence on you. He thinks the husband is saying things that Monique probably wouldn't say if I just had an opportunity to talk to her one-on-one. What do you think that is?
Let me say
Excuse
this.
me.
People better be glad my husband is by my side. Because there are people in Hollywood that know wherever you act up is where I show up. People know in Hollywood, baby, Shannon, and I don't say it.
Oh, she pulling up on him.
Well, I've had to say, who you think you talking to? And we sitting there with the president of the studio or my patience level is not going to allow. I've been molested. I've been violated. So the moment I see you trying to do it, we're going to have to address it. My husband is nothing but a gentleman. And you know why people have a problem with my husband? Because he's right to it. There's no we're going to dance around the bush. He's right to it.
Right.
Blunt.
People like Tyler Perry, people like Oprah Winfrey, they look at my husband and say, how dare you be so direct?
Right.
How dare you not put your eyes down when you're talking to me? How dare you do that? My husband is also my manager. Why would he want to exclude my management? It's like, Tyler, you should want my husband to be there. You may want him to be sitting right there so that way we can have a conversation that everyone can be heard. But I appreciate you, Shannon, because most people are too afraid. That's heard the tape. They're too afraid to say, no, I heard it, and this is what he said. I appreciate T.S. Madison because T.S. Madison was the first one to say, no, I heard what he said. So when folks were trying to jump on her, she's not down for the black woman, listen, baby, y'all don't even understand the fights that sister be having when ain't nobody watching for the black
Must be a blogger or something.
I appreciate you looking in that camera.
Right. Well, I mean, look, sometimes
He finna try to get out of that shit. He finna say, don't put me in that shit, man. He still finna try to get out of it some kind of way. But he did right to say, hey, man, come up here and do it. Hell yeah. Bring him up here with that shit.
Some black people.
Let's get these views up.
Some. That my grandpa used to say, Mo, is that if you're not careful, you'll become the very thing you despise the most in a person. Now, what do we despise most about Trump supporters, ex-President Trump, is that no matter what he says, no matter what he does, they give him an out. There's some people in our community, no matter what powerful black people say or do in our community, we'll give them an out.
And we can't.
And we become the very thing we despise the most. What we despise most about ex-President Trump supporters is that no matter what he does or says, it's okay.
Yes.
We can't do that. We can't. If somebody's wrong, like you said, Mo, if somebody's wrong, we have to be man or woman enough to say they're wrong, regardless of what comes along with that.
They don't know. They don't understand what them saying, I'm sorry, will mean for them. See, what
niggas be worried about making sure that they ain't gonna get cut off. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to ruin their relationships. Even though a nigga be wrong, they know a nigga be wrong. They still gonna be like, well, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, or, you know, I ain't finna stand up that shit because it's gonna ruin my relationship with that person. And that's fraud. That's flaw. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that kind of flaw shit either, man. I'll just be either it is what it is. You like with me, you ain't gotta sugarcoat shit with me. It is what it is. I mean, say it, and I'm gonna say what I say. I'm blunt too. I'm straight to the point. I ain't gonna try to beat around the bush and say your shit dope if it ain't dope. I'm gonna say, hey man, you know, this ain't for me. Somebody might like it, ain't for me, but you know, I'm gonna tell you, give you some pointers on it and shit like that. I ain't no hater, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta tell the truth to people, man. Truth is the truth, and I don't think that should be a problem in no situation. The truth should never be a problem.
I read the
because that's not for you. And I'm sorry, it's not for the person that you offended. It's for you, because currently you're in hostage, your feelings, because you have to live with that.
You gotta live with that.
What you've done.
So when you see a woman say, me turning 70, I'm so happy because I've never hurt anyone. Stop it.
Have you been suffering from the after effects of a car crash?
She calling them out, though.
You're still entitled to a 5 or 6.
Stop it. Because there's a black woman that has been calling your name for over a decade that you seem to want to make go away. And I know I'm not the only one.
Would you sit, if Oprah called Mo today, would you sit down and have a conversation with her?
Let me tell you what I'll do if Oprah called me today, Shannon Sharp. We will sit down and have a conversation with Oprah Winfrey. We will sit down and have a conversation with Tyler Perry. We will sit down and have a conversation with the presidents of Lionsgate. We will sit down and have a conversation with anyone that is, I'm going to say, brave enough to sit down and have a conversation. But what
I believe it because she want to talk to everybody. She telling them to pull up like it's her show. I'm definitely a believer. She ain't playing no games, and that's what you got to do. You got to call them out, but they ain't coming on there, especially not to sit down with her. They ain't gonna do that because she gonna ask the questions that she gonna ask the real questions, and they ain't gonna want to answer none of that shit and put them on the spot like that. So I don't think none of them showing up, especially not Oprah. Oprah ain't pulling up.
Within seconds. If Tyler Perry was to sit right here, you would say, man, I heard you. What you trying to tell me about this sister? Within seconds, Oprah Winfrey would know that people would say, hold up. See, when I speak about Oprah Winfrey, and let me be clear, I love that sister because she's our sister. Mm-hmm. She just got to come back across the street. We got to. When I speak about Oprah Winfrey, I speak about that woman because she's spoken about me. And when you begin to speak about me privately, I'm going to speak about you publicly. You've been
I see what you're saying, Dion. They be talking behind her back. That's what they've been doing.
And you watched a black woman be thrown under the bus, and you said nothing. And here's what's interesting as well. My husband was saying to me, after I won the Oscar award, right? Mm-hmm. And she had the people come, you know, to talk to the Oscar winners. And I go on the stage and I talk to the Oscar winners. Well, when we go to a commercial, the people in the audience, and I say this humbly, as my husband was telling me, he said, Mama, they wasn't screaming Oprah. They were screaming Monique. Mm-hmm. right?
Right.
So much so, I had to say, y'all gonna shut that shit up now. We get ready to go back on the air. We having fun, right? He said, but I watched Oprah. He said, and I watched her.
Oprah ain't like that shit.
Like, they screaming her name. Now, some people will say, oh, Monique, you're reaching. Well, let me tell you what then happens. The movie The Butler, that movie was offered to me. Lee Daniels came out and said, I did offer Monique The Butler. But as he said to me, he said, Mo, at the time I didn't have no power and I didn't have no money. So when Oprah said she wanted it, so who played the lead role in The Butler? Oprah Winfrey.
Oh.
Lee Daniels was getting ready to do a biopic on Richard Pryor.
I'm gonna start calling her Oprah. Oh.
Who then calls Lee Daniels and says,
Oprah playing a dirty game out there. Oprah Winfrey.
So as you're looking at me, it's the same way I'm looking at that sister. And I'm saying, why don't we sit down and have a conversation? Because the way things could look, it may not be that way, but just the way things look, Oprah. Just the way you would have my family on your show, Oprah.
One might say, Mo, well, I mean, if the role, if they're looking for a black,
Chunky.
Big, go ahead and say it. You want to say fat black woman? The role looking for a fat black woman, Mo, but he was like, you know,
I want to keep my podcast. Y'all ain't finna cancel.
He tried his best. He tiptoeing.
Said a fat black woman. Now me and Oprah fit the damn description, Shay. Fat black. We fit it.
You do, but I'll be right back. I'll be your neighbor.
He said you do.
Listen here. So,
hey, that was shady.
Are you lying?
No.
Now I'm not gonna have your.
Hey, that was shady. He said you do. Do I fit the description? You do. He could have said it in the first damn place. I said chunky. He could have been nice and said chunky. He went the whole other route. Hell nah. He be trying to tiptoe. You got to quit tiptoeing, Shannon. This your show, man. I think. It don't seem like it.
Let me tell you what then happens. The movie The Butler, that movie was offered to me.
He be tiptoeing. Cut that shit out, man.
He came out and said, I did offer Monique The Butler. But as he said to me, he said, Mo, at the time I didn't have no power and I didn't have no money. So when Oprah said she wanted it, so who played the lead role in The Butler? Oprah Winfrey.
Oh.
Lee Daniels was getting ready to do a biopic on Richard Pryor, and he offered me the grandmother. Who then calls Lee Daniels and says, I want to be the grandmother?
Oh.
So,
Oprah Winfrey.
As you're looking at me, it's the same way.
He said, I ain't getting cancer.
And I'm saying, why don't we sit down and have a conversation? Because the way things could look, it may not be that way, but just the way things look, Oprah. Just the way you would have my family.
It's looking shady in the light,
One
Oprah.
might say, Mo, well, I mean, if the role, if they're looking for a black,
Go ahead and say it. Shannon, okay, he want to say fat black woman. If the role looking for a fat black woman, Mo, but he was like, you know.
But I want to keep my podcast, Mo. Y'all ain't finna cancel.
That's why we love you, Uncle Shay, because we want you to say it, a fat black woman. Now, me and Oprah fit the damn description, Shay. Fat black.
Keep it real.
You do, but I'll be right back I'll be your neighbor up there where you live at.
Listen here. So.
Hey, I want to hang out with Monique. She get off that cognac and it's on. We gonna have a blast. I want to hang with Monique. Shannon be tiptoeing though. He cool too, man, but he be tiptoeing and shit.
So, are you lying?
No.
Now, I'm not going to have your big ass sitting here in the Hall of Fame and you scared to say shit.
Okay.
And I want to excuse myself from any of the babies that might be watching this, because I wasn't going to say no spicy things. But Shay get me wrong now. Come on, Shay.
One might say, or people might say, well, Mo, I mean, the role calls for a heavyset black woman. You, Oprah, y'all fit the roles.
Yes.
How do we know that she wasn't offered the role at long and people think that she's better, more qualified than you?
It don't work like that, Shannon.
Right.
You can't offer me. Once you say, I want you.
Right.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Okay. But I don't have the money to fund a production.
Right.
I don't have the connections to go to the studio and say, listen, I want to do this movie. She does. Right. So when Lee says, hey, baby, She got the money. Go get it.
Get it.
But someone would just say, how is that working out like that? How is that happening like that? How is it that things that was offered to Monique, you seem to be playing? Now, I told Oprah about that. See, everything we're saying to you right now.
You was having a conversation with her.
Listen here. I don't play the behind the back.
Right.
I don't play the I'ma share it with Shan. There's one thing I will share with you that I've not shared with anybody.
Okay.
But I don't play the behind the back and all of that. I say, listen, let me try to get to you first. Now, if you avoid me, okay. But I tried to be respectful. I tried to call you first. When she had my family on her show, I tried to call you first. I tried to talk to you privately, but then you became the great, mighty Oprah Winfrey, and you were too busy to talk. Well, now I'm going to talk about it. This woman has overstepped with me in so many ways that somebody would say,
oh, she gonna swing on Oprah, bruh. She gonna swing on Oprah, cuz. Do not get them two in the same room. They need to do a Zoom meeting or something, because she want to swing on Oprah. Look at that. Look at her. Look at her. Okay. All right. All right.
if we wasn't Monique and Oprah Winfrey in the entertainment business, and we was Monique and Oprah Winfrey that worked at Costco,
Oh,
see
see.
you in the break room.
She
I
just
see you at your cash register.
she the fired up. See that?
Overstepped.
Jorge has always put the one first, but he's
Monique want to put the paws on Oprah, bro.
on dental.
I
care.
figured that though.
Seat. Time for a chef.
And Oprah ducking that fade. That's what's going on. Makes plenty sense. Oprah ducking the fade, bro.
I don't know, Monique. This might be the term crossing of the Rubicon. We might be going too far. How do you, if you feel that way, because clearly if you feel this way, now
Yes.
I get why you feel this way. I don't know, like I said, I don't know this. I'm taking you at your word. Now, not the Tyler, because
Yes.
I've listened to the audio.
Yes.
I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about Oprah.
Yes.
I'm just taking you at your word.
Yes.
If you feel this way, is it possible she feels the exact same way about you?
How could she? How could she? What have I taken from Oprah? When did I have Oprah's mother and father on my show? When did I have anybody come and speak about Oprah Winfrey on the Monique show? That never happened. So how could she feel that?
Would you have done that?
Had her family on?
Yeah.
Let me tell you how we operate.
He think she finna go off. She need to go off because he think she a sucker or something. She ain't with that flaw, man. I can tell. Nah, she wouldn't have did that shit. She ain't with that flaw, bro. Mm-mm.
When we had the Monique show, there was a comedian on there. And he was trying to joke T.I.'s wife, Tiny. My husband walked out in the middle of his set. He said, cut. He said, brother, we don't do that here. We uplift our folks. We don't play that. So no, I would not have done that. When Oprah Winfrey had my family,
Real shit.
and I'll tell y'all, and I'm looking around, baby, because there are people here.
Yes.
Okay, and I don't want to be rude to the people at Shay Shay's club. You got other people in the club, right? When Oprah Winfrey called me up,
Yeah, I want to drink some yak with
I got a
Monique,
call from
man.
your brother. And this is after I won the Oscar award, right? And your brother wants to come on the show, and he wants to apologize to you.
Everybody know
for
her,
molesting
Monique.
you. And he wants to tell other people how to look out for a predator.
Right.
I said, Oprah, I said, I don't want anything to do with that cat. I said, and then she said, well, if you want me to scratch the show, I will scratch it. I said, sis, don't scratch it because he could be a different person. And I don't want to get in the way if that cat is a different person. I just don't want no parts of it.
Right.
Okay? When I hung up that phone, Shannon, I was like, I appreciate that sister. Like, she didn't have to call me.
She didn't.
She didn't have to call me and say, I'm going to have your brother.
Right.
I start seeing commercials with my mother and my father and my other brother who used to be my manager, who knew the fear that I had with the brother.
She done got the whole family. Oprah need to be
We never
whooped down,
talked about
bro.
my mother being there.
She never told you that.
You know how you feel about your grandparents?
Yes, absolutely.
You know the honor and how you speak about them? Imagine You then seeing your granddaddy and your grandmama on a show, and they're talking about somebody that violated you, and that woman didn't tell you that they were going to be there. How would you feel?
I would feel like you felt betrayed.
That is exactly how I felt and how I feel. And it's not, oh, I'm in a, no, I understand it. But you betrayed me, sister. And I'm not the only one.
Because at the time when she called you, she said it was just your brother.
Just my brother. And when my mother was on that show, do you know what I had to deal with, Shannon?
What's that?
I would be in the store, and I would have elderly women coming up to me, and they would say, your mama ain't shit. Now, they wasn't lying, Shannon, okay? They wasn't lying, baby. Sometimes you gotta let the truth be the goddamn truth. Sometimes
Oh, yeah,
you
she
gotta
getting
just
lit.
go with it, but still, it's my mother.
It's your mom.
And I'm in here, and because when she went, I'm having to defend something, and I got that often with them telling me what my mother wasn't, because you did not tell me. Had Oprah Winfrey said, I'm gonna have your mama, I'd have said, shut that shit
Scratch
down.
it.
I don't need nobody seeing my mama be greedy. I don't need the world seeing. Shut it down. Now there's a white woman named Barbara Walters. They called her first. And she said, Monique, I told your family, I can't do that to you. I wouldn't do that to you. You just won that award. Like, why would I do that?
Oh, I told you. I got to call Oprah. Oh, because O be going. She's shady. Oprah is shady, man. The truth is coming out. I been knew something was up with her. It just wasn't feeling right. It ain't never felt right to me. She, I don't know. Since she did, especially when she did the shit to Michael Jackson with that interview and shit like that, and this man dead, and you gonna sit down with, I don't know. That shit just, she be doing some foul stuff to me. Oprah like a, what the word I can use? She like a, you know what, I ain't gonna do that. Let's keep it moving, man. Let's see what else going on.
Why would I bring something that I know that you don't want to talk about? You lived it. Why do I?
She should swing on Oprah though.
Ask her. You can't right there. I know, baby. Ask her. See, this is where it gets juicy, right?
Yeah.
I like Monique. She put him on the spot. Every time he asks her some slick shit, she say, hey, you ask her. The camera right there. And he be trying to get out
You're
of it.
saying the right things, but you're asking me questions that I can't answer.
Right.
I can't answer why Oprah Winfrey did what Oprah Winfrey did.
Yeah.
Only Oprah Winfrey can answer for her actions.
Yes.
So again,
Right.
stop being scared.
No,
I knew that would get him, Aunt Mary.
He's scared. He's scared.
I knew that would get Uncle Shay Shay.
But even this show, I have a producer and I give him a lot of leeway. But I've had people reach out and say, well, a family member said something and I want to come on your show and refute it. That ain't what we do here.
Right. It's like,
It ain't gonna happen.
it's almost, you don't cross that barrier.
We don't do
Well, hold up. How is it? How can you where you draw the line at, Shannon Sharp? Because you have people come on there and airing out everybody. Then you have the other person come and air out his grievances. So you stop at family member. Long as there ain't no kin to him, you ain't gonna have no parts in that shit. But if it's just another person, you know, that look like him, same skin color, everything like that, and as long as there ain't no kin, they can come on there and say whatever the hell they want to say. That don't make sense. That don't make no sense, bro. Now I hope, you know, I can understand the conundrum though, and I hope that you got some kind of morals about yourself that you wouldn't do that, but they just don't make sense because air out is air out, no matter if it's from family members, from the guy across the street. You exposing somebody, exposed is exposed, you feel me?
And
But if we friends, nah, you can't do that shit, bro.
But damn it, this seat.
I say, you might want to have another sip over
This seat make you go truth.
Look at him.
No, tell the damn truth. God damn it, tell the truth.
He trying to drink that yak and get her on that yak
Family
too.
is sacred.
It's supposed to be.
And we don't cross the line.
She gonna turn up in a minute. She
And
turned
people
already.
begin
Though.
to get comfortable to jump on the Monique bandwagon of Monique doing things wrong, and she doing this and she doing that. And there's a brother named D.L. Hughley.
Yep.
And until he take accountability, I won't let it go.
Oh, she got a list.
Because,
She came with a list.
what would you get ready to say?
I was gonna say, what did DL do?
Let me tell you. Baby, that voice went up, didn't it? That's my friend.
No, I've met DL on several occasions. I don't know.
Hey, she
DL
messy
like
too.
that.
She
Do I
with
know
the
DL
shits.
Say like I know an earthquake? No. Do I know since I've interviewed Cat, had several conversations with him? Do I know DL on that level? No.
Right. See, when we say family is sacred,
Right.
Family is sacred. And we know that you don't cross the line when it comes to family,
Correct.
right? I do DL's radio show.
Yes.
DL Hughley is not there. His team is there. And Shannon, we having a great time. I mean, baby, we having a great time. We going forward, back and forth. When we get to the end of the show, they say, Monique, you want to play a game? Well, I want to play. I said, sure, sugar.
What kind of game? What kind of game?
Food for every single meal of their life.
Hey, wait a minute. I missed. Where was they at? Who house was they at? Hold on. Let me see where they was at because I missed that. And who she talking about? Because I hope it ain't no Diddy game. I hope it wasn't no Diddy game.
I've met DL on several occasions. I don't know DL like that.
Okay.
Do I know DL say like I know an earthquake? No. Do I know since I've interviewed Cat, had several conversations with him? Do I know DL on that level? No.
Right. See, when we say family is sacred,
Right.
Family is sacred. And we know that you don't cross the line when it comes to family,
Correct.
right? I do DL's radio show.
Yes.
Real
DL
family
Hughley
and
is not
friends.
there. His team is there. And Shannon, we having a great time. I mean, baby, we having a great time. We going forward, back and forth. When we get to the end of the show, they say, Monique, you want to play a game? Well, I want to play. I said, sure.
Okay.
Let's play a game.
I thought she was at Diddy
Would you
house.
rather?
No.
Okay. Now,
Monique, you should have said I'm too old for this game.
wait a minute. We're having fun, baby. Right? We having a good time. Shannon.
She all for it. She all for
It's
it.
the sister there and there's two other guys. We're having a great time. It's a
Okay.
beautiful Black unity cookout.
Okay.
We're having a good time.
Okay.
Would you say your wife was your family? Is that considered family?
Yeah.
So your husband is considered family,
Absolutely.
right? Okay. So here we go.
I saw the DL
They
response.
said, Monique, we want to play a game of Would You Rather. Let's go. Would you rather your husband sleep with Lee Daniels with a condom or Corinne Steffens without one?
What?
Really, Monique?
Now, as y'all are watching right now who haven't heard this story, y'all going, they doing the same thing in the studio. They going, okay. That is exactly what happened. Now, I said to the team, how does that uplift our community? I said, sister, and her name is Jasmine, how could you ask another sister that? Well, we just
How could you
playing-
ask
I said,
anybody
tell me the
that?
joke in that because I don't know what you're insinuating.
Yeah, that
Then
game
you're
over.
involving people that have nothing to do with nothing. Like, what are y'all doing? So I said, I'm going to call my brother. DL. I'm going to call my brother. I call DL Hughley on the phone. I say, hey, baby. Yeah.
Huh?
That's how he responds. Yeah.
Did he know it was you?
Yes, because they called him to let him know Monique's going to be calling. Like this, it was.
And that hum was
crazy.
funny while you
I decided
pouring
to
the
get on the phone
wine.
with my brother, right?
That's the
Hey,
move. I
DL,
know that
yeah.
move.
I said, listen, I just got off the phone with your team, and they wanted to play this game, Would You Rather? And it was like stupid, like asking me about my husband and Lee Daniels and Corinne Steffens, and his exact words, well, that's how we do it. I said, DL, how does that uplift our community? And again, I don't know what y'all trying to insinuate, but brother, what you doing? Like I said, that's just how we do it. So it is what it is. Now, it got so ugly that my attorney had to send a cease and desist. So it never aired. So we have, like, when Cat Williams talk and people, truth tellers talk, we have receipts to everything we're saying. That's how that whole thing got started. Okay.
Now wait a minute, dear, but I kind of understand because I ain't taking nobody's side. Let me say that first. I ain't taking nobody's side, but he coming by. This is a morning show, a comedy show. You know, it's light stuff. That particular subject matter or that particular question right there was a fucked up question, no lie. I don't see no fun and no fun in that shit either. But you know, he just was saying that this what we do on my show. You know what I'm saying? This is my show, so you know, we just do this like one of the bits, the morning show bits. You know what I mean? But she took it way too personal. I think she took it. It was personal, and she took it even personal with him, and he might not even mean it like that. You see what I'm saying?
My husband is my family.
Yeah.
Now, you babies that are really good with this internet, through the years, I've watched DL.
Shannon funny too.
Through the years, I never knew DL Hughley had a problem with me. But when Cass said they all a group, he forgot to put DL Hughley in the group. Through the years, I was bitter. I was dangerous with what I was doing, saying that it was inequality. My husband didn't know what he was doing. This went on through the years. I was unloved, all of these things. And I said to myself, I'ma see you. I'ma see you.
Wait a minute. See Monique too gangster, man. She trying to jump on everybody, bro. She want to swing on Oprah. She want to swing on DL Hughley. I bet you she'll do the same thing with Tyler Perry. She want to swing on him, and I can't be mad at her for real. I don't know about this one in particular, but the other two, yeah, Oprah and Tyler Perry, they get swung on. But I don't know, man. Monique is a G. I like Monique. I want to drink yak with. Look how he doing though. He funny. He doing this raw. He saying this. What? Yeah. What? And study pouring the drink. These old player moves. I know what he trying to do, but hopefully her husband is in there. Let's go.
On nobody's show. I didn't say nothing to nobody, but I knew
he trying to get her loose on that juice.
That I would see him. We were scheduled to do a show in
Cause she gonna talk and tell it.
The headliner of that show. His name was on it, then his name came off. I didn't question it, but I knew I'ma see him, right?
Eventually.
Okay, now we have a show in Detroit.
She pulling up on him in the D.
I was the headliner. DL Hughley posted a memo. Now, when you signed your deal for the Ravens, did you sign a contract or a memorandum?
I signed a contract.
You see how you say that? Like anybody that knows good business, you sign. The memo is saying this is what I would like,
right?
But the contract is saying this is what it is. Okay?
Yes.
He put out a memo to our community, and that touched me a little different because I was saying, why would you lie to our babies? Because now they're thinking if they send somebody a memo, that's what they're supposed to get. Okay? I was contractually signed to go as the headliner.
Right. I mean, you go last.
Lil Ward, what's happening?
To the building until 9:30. Now, contractually, I said I have to be on stage by 9:30 because if the show starts at 8, I refuse to keep an audience waiting.
Right.
That is disrespectful to the audience.
Correct.
When I went out on that stage, Shannon, I made sure everything I said, he heard me. Because now you're here and I'm going to say it to you. And I said some things on that stage that I said he was cowardly.
I need all y'all on Facebook, man. Hit that like button, hit the share button. Need everybody on YouTube too, y'all. Hit that like button and share button for your boy too, man. Hold up, let's do this right quick too. Since I got y'all here, let's do this. Let's go to this commercial right back. All right, we back, man. Tick need to run the city. No cap rap news. We doing a live reaction to this Monique interview on Club Shay Shay. We halfway through. Let's get back to it, man. Appreciate everybody on Facebook. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Everybody on YouTube, y'all do the same for your dog, man. And look in the description, hit that first link, and it's gonna take you to my YouTube channel. I need y'all to subscribe. We're trying to get to 5,000 YouTube followers. We at 4,660 right now, so we close, man. I need y'all to let your boys know, let your girls know to subscribe to my channel, man. Rock with Young Kid Knitting. Oh, my bad. Where we at? We doing this shit live. All right, here we go.
Folks said, how could you say that? How could you do that? And then I posted some things to say, this is what I meant. See, you came after my husband. And when you had a chance to fix it, when you had a chance to say, Mo, my bad, you know, we don't even get down like that.
Right.
You told me it is what it is. And until he's brave enough and courageous enough to say, this is what really happened, y'all. Y'all have never known me to be no shit starter. Folks ain't never known me to go over and kick a sandwich out of somebody's hand that's hungry. But what people do know is, if you kick me, damn if I ain't gonna kick you back.
Hell yeah.
Because that's fair play.
Right.
So there was one left out the pack. And when you have people that continually don't take accountability, that's why you see us in the state of affairs we're in.
I'm a firm believer.
Now, like my boy said, Dion Knight said, he on Facebook, he said, DL Hughley did respond, and I seen that earlier. We might play that after the interview, but he did respond, and he said the opposite of everything she just said, and she said everything that she said about what he gonna talk about. It don't nobody love her, and he was kind of hidden below the belt, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to make it funny, but he was kind of hidden below the belt a little bit in his interview. He went a little more personal with it. But let's get back to it, man.
That everybody don't play the same. And someone once told me, what is joke to you is death to someone else.
Facts.
What is joke? That's why we don't play with people's families.
No.
When we had the Monique show, the radio show, listen, you can't come on here and speak ill of no one because we don't play like that, because we know how this business works.
Right.
So when you allow that to happen, what do you think is going to come back your way? What do you think? And D.L. Hughley, please, no, brother, we still love you. Just take accountability for it, and we move forward.
I remember reading something about the situation in Detroit. I didn't know the depth of the magnitude of it. I remember reading something about a memo about, I guess it's an addendum that was added on, but the contract is the contract.
The contract is the contract. And what happens is, because of the messenger, it was easy to pile on. It was easy to pile on. And then when you have some of our black folk that go sit in front of a white man and speak ill of their people, I'm like, y'all, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we coming to that we're going to sit in front of this white man? I can't even say his name. I refuse. Everybody know who he is. We sit in front of him and we just let this man say any and everything about us, and then we go right in with him. That to me is dangerous. And y'all babies that's good with this little
Just
computer,
dangerous.
don't take my word. You can just go through the years of this cat just running his mouth. And it's like, stop doing that, because what are we saying to the babies coming behind us?
We're going to continue this, but I want to get into where you're from, the DMV.
Yeah.
Do you realize, like Chappelle, Martin, Tommy Davis, Earthquake, yourself, what's in the soil in the DMV that got you guys? I mean, you've done television, stand up. All these guys have done television and stand up and are great at it. When you look at like Chappelle walked away from it and said, nah, I want to do my own thing because I'm not going to let you guys hold me hostage.
Yes.
But Martin still does television. Tommy Davidson doesn't do as much television. Quake is not in television, but he has all his gigs going on. When you look at the success that a Chappelle, Martin, Earthquake is having, and you say, hold on, ain't none of them guys win no Oscar. Ain't none of them guys did what I did in on the movie set. And they're having the commercial sense that they're having, that should be more.
If I was a white woman, do you know what my name would be?
Wealthy.
Melissa McCarthy.
Mm, mm. Got him. She ain't lying.
Oh my goodness.
If I
She ain't goddamn lying. That's a good one,
was a
Mo.
white woman, my name would be Melissa McCarthy. Same track record.
Facts.
5-year sitcom and syndication. Same track record. The opportunities are not the same. So when you have, and as you read all of those things off, and you say, wait a minute, Mo, none of them have this, none of them have that, we get judged by a different stick. We get judged by a different stick. And then when I had people judging me, I'm like, you judging me by your yardstick. You've not done what I've done. And I say that humbly. You've not had the accomplishments that I had.
Right.
When I hear Brother
Right.
Hughley say, with that Netflix special, I just accepted anything, whatever they gave me. These are not my words, they're his.
Right.
Well, that's how you do business. I'm not mad at you accepting anything.
Right.
Why are you mad at me saying I won't accept anything?
Right.
Facts.
That's the difference. It's like people were judging me. I was hearing people, Shannon, okay? I didn't know we had so many tender people in our group.
Yeah.
I didn't know we had so many tender love. I didn't know we had so many tender people, and I wouldn't want to be on the front line with these tender people where it's like, oh, I can't believe you said that. I can't. But is what I said the truth? Is what I said the truth? No, I didn't put no sugar on it.
Right.
It was shit.
Right.
All
And I didn't
right.
try to make it taste. We gotta stop running away from what is real, and we run into fantasy.
Hell yeah.
That's how come we keep staying where we sit.
And that's what it is with this. Everybody on eggshells with this social media shit, because everybody think they're going to get canceled because niggas ain't having real conversations no more. Everybody think they're going to get canceled if they just like he talking about, I don't want to get canceled. You know, I want my show. But I mean, it ain't real then. It's if you goddamn police basically for where you can't have freedom of speech on your own shit, it just the whole game is fake, man. It's everybody on the eggshells. Everybody won't say this about certain people, won't say that. Can't say this, can't say that. You can't call the letters out. You can't do this, you can't do that. If you say this, they gonna cancel you. If you, man, fuck that, man. What make anybody on the earth better than the next person? Me included. So I don't get that kind of shit. If you could talk down on one person, you can do the same about the other one. What make them so fucking special? Fuck these people. But I'm probably gonna get banned again from YouTube, my damn self. So anyway, let's go.
Mo, before you became Monique that everybody has seen over the last 2-3 decades, what were some of the jobs that you had that you like, man, this ain't for me? This is just a holdover. It's just a bridge.
Every job I had, baby, it was special.
Was it?
Every job I had, baby.
You were the best at it.
Let me tell you something. I worked at the drive-thru in Popeyes. I worked in the drive-thru in Popeyes, and that was my microphone. Every time somebody came to that window, I was on stage. Welcome to Popeyes. My name is Monique. What would you like today? And they would say, hey, Monique, I'm Shannon. Hey, Shannon, how you doing, baby? What's your order? And you give me your order. And then I say, would you like a hot apple pie with that, Shannon? You say, you know what, Monique, I sure would. Come on around here, baby. Let me see you.
You're the oversoulder.
Listen here.
Got him.
Popeyes, where my damn
She
money?
hustling.
Because I was a seller, baby. If you wanted 2 pieces, I gave you 4.
Hustling.
You wasn't going to lose no weight coming through my damn window, Shannon. That's why I ain't lost no damn weight. If you got 2 pieces, I ate 2 of them. Welcome to Popeyes. Right,
Hell no, that's funny.
So that was
I like Monique,
that was
bro.
your microphone. That was the beginning of Monique because you was owning. Did you know that's what you were doing?
Hey, but I will say this though about the Netflix special. She I think it was turned down. She turned down a little bit on it because she knew there was a lot of eyes on her and she kind of had to conform. She kind of walked on eggshells a little bit on that show too, man, because back in the day, she was raw and uncut, you know what I mean? Super raw and uncut. And that's what everybody liked about her. And now I think on that last special, she was just filling her feet back in, you know, getting her feet wet again and trying to adapt to the times because everything is PC right now. Every fucking thing PC right now. And But I think on the next special, she gonna go hard. The next special she dropped gonna be a classic. Watch what I tell you.
What I knew I was doing was walking in my dream. The microphone said it's possible. When I stood in my bathroom mirror and I wrapped the towel around me, and it didn't go all the way. I wasn't devastated. Okay, I don't know if they just didn't have enough money to buy me a whole damn towel, but I would still stand there, and that was my gown.
Right.
And I would pick up that brush, and I would say, I would like to thank. So I've always seen it.
Did you always know that was Oscar always in the back of your mind? Did you always?
Oscar was never in my mind.
You just wanted to be in TV? You wanted to be in show business? What aspect did you want to do?
She want to do all this shit as much as you can do.
Look at Gibson.
Hey, these commercials be funny. I can't lie. Them commercials be funny.
Famous. I loved what it looked like with people being famous. I didn't know to say, I want to be wealthy with the fame.
Right.
I didn't know to be specific to ask for it, but I wanted to be famous.
Who did you know that looked like Monique that was famous?
Oprah Winfrey.
Oh.
So do you see how far this relationship?
You just have to say, oh, every time you hear her name, bro.
Look like me. See, when people always ask me about the Oscar, right? But no one ever asked me about the Image Award. No one ever said to me, what did it feel like when they called your name for the NAACP Image Award? And
that's the one that shouldn't matter.
Right. Because we put so much weight.
That's the one that should damn matter.
It's such an honor, and it's an honor for any award.
Right.
Not just that one, but as a little girl, I never watched the Oscars because nobody looked like me winning. So I was like, this is not for me, but when I watched the Image Award, baby, those people look like me.
Right.
The BET Awards, those
Soul Train Awards, hell yeah.
I was honored the first time they called my name for an Image Award. When I tell you, Shannon, that night, baby, when they called this little fat girl name from Baltimore.
Hey, they meant something back then, too. They still should, man.
Well, listen here. I got so good with them calling my name, and this is what had to humble me. You will get humbled, baby, when you just think they get ready to call your name. I had won it like 3 years in a row. This the 4th year.
Uh-oh.
Right now. My name again, Jay. Let me situate myself in my chair. Right?
Do I look good?
So here come the category.
Okay.
Hey, baby. The best actress in a sitcom. They named me, Tisha Campbell, and I cannot remember the other sisters, right? I know they get ready to say, and the award goes to Monique. So I got to, because I'm a big girl, you got to scoot up.
Yeah.
So you can be ready to push up. Right? So I scoots up and get my down together. And the winner is Tisha Campbell. I said, all right, girl, go on and get that. That humbled my ass and sat right back down. But it was never the Oscar for me, baby.
Right.
It was never the Oscar for me.
So how did stand-up happen?
Stand-up happened on a dare. My brother came home one day and said he went down to the comedy club to do open mic night. Mm-hmm. And he did so bad. He said they was booing me, but I was 6 beers in, so I thought the booze was applause. So my boy had to say, man.
Nah, bro.
They don't want to hear this shit.
So we cleaning out the pool. And he says, I said, if I was there, I would have said, and that was 30 minutes of what I would have said. Then he said, I dare you to go down next Wednesday and do open mic night. It was a club called Burke's in Baltimore. Mm-hmm. I went down that next Wednesday, Shannon, and I got a standing ovation. And from that moment to this moment.
Were you hooked?
Oh, you be hooked once you get that crowd roar.
Nothing like, and I'm sure
that applause ain't nothing like it.
When you walk out on that football field and you walk and you smell it and you walking into it and that little boy in you says, I'm here. Mm-hmm. I'm still there. That little girl in me is still saying, I'm here, but I'm a grown woman.
Right.
And I'm saying now that I'm here, you got to pay for it fairly. If not, I'm good. I just have to walk away.
How different is that Monique?
Sometimes you got to walk away, bro.
How different is that Monique to the one that's sitting right here on this couch?
Oh.
I learned they said, I think, I forgot who told me that shit. They said, damn, I forgot what the fuck I was finna say. Damn, Damn it. I had some good shit too. I done blew it. Damn, I forgot that quick. Y'all know how it be. You had that shit lined up and forget it. Damn it.
She grew up.
I'm too old. I'm getting old, bro.
That one was naive.
It's gonna come back to me.
Yes. 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 When you first come to Hollywood, Shannon.
Oh yeah, I was talking about don't be afraid to walk away from money and shit. You know, people try to, especially if they know you need some money, bro, they gonna try to, that's the wrong time to negotiate any kind of deal because they gonna try to lowball you to death. And you gonna take it because 9 times out of 10 you will take it because you in a predicament where that shit can, even though it ain't what you worth, you in a predicament and you would take that shit. But sometime even then, bro, it's still, you have to stand on what you stand on. If you got a business and you got prices, bro, stick to them prices, man. Even if it's family and friends try to talk you down, they don't talk down in the Gucci store. They don't talk that price down. They don't talk down the price of them Jordans at Foot Locker either. So stand on your shit, man, and don't be scared to turn down bad offers and shit, man. If you know your worth, stick to it. And sometime it work out for you, sometime it don't. But you gotta be, at least you got, you know, you got your respect, man. You still got your respect and your pride and your morals and shit intact. And that's worth more than your than some money, because that shit gonna be gone.
And
you probably gonna blow that on some anyway.
Parkers. After I was in Hollywood less than 90 days.
Wow.
Stand on principles.
And you have agents and you have managers and you have attorneys, right? And they're telling you all the good things. And everybody always said to me, you want to get the syndication.
Yes.
You want to get the syndication. Once you get the syndication,
the checks don't stop. Mm-hmm.
Right?
So syndication is what, 5 years, 100 episodes?
Syndication is 100 episodes.
Okay.
Right? So that's
because the money don't stop then.
To be an executive producer of my own image. And nobody told me. I didn't know to ask for that. I didn't know to ask for, after the 3rd year of being on a successful sitcom, that you could say, I now need a bonus. I didn't know to even negotiate that, and no one told me to negotiate that.
They're definitely not going to tell you.
All they kept saying is, when you get the syndication, when you get the syndication, when you get the syndication. Well, 3 years in, the Parkers was in syndication. Now, no one told me that. You learn it once you open your eyes, because now I'm going around the country doing promos. The Parkers is coming on at 4 o'clock in your city. The Parkers will be on at 2:30 in Sacramento. Y'all make sure y'all watch the Parkers is coming on. I'm not knowing I'm promoting the show in syndication. No one told me that. All we're doing is saying if we get to 5 years, we got to 5 years. 110 episodes, me and a beautiful young lady named Countess Vaughn, who was my baby to this day. We had the Laverne.
Wait a minute. That don't even make no damn sense. Hold up, Monique. That sounds like you're lying, because the math ain't mathing. In 3 years, you was at 100 already. And then in 5 years, you made it to 110 episodes. That was 10 in the next 2 years. You did 103 years and only 10 in the next 2 years. Yeah, that shit, that ain't adding up. I don't know if you made a mistake or what, but that ain't adding up.
Right? You're supposed to be equal.
Yeah.
Once we got to the 5 years, our attorney, my attorney, and the agents said, oh, the Parkers made money. Y'all gonna get paid from the Parkers. It's made money. Okay. Years go by. By 2004, the Parkers, we went off the air in 2004, right? In 5 years, by 2009, the Parkers had made $800 million.
Jesus Christ.
Like, oh, yeah.
Stay
money,
with me.
Money.
Money.
Yeah.
Hey, come on.
Money.
Yeah. All right. Okay. The money said, oh, check is coming. We get a call. We got to do an audit, you know, and everything. Okay. And that was in 2009 that it made $800 million. We're now in 2024. And they're trying to convince Countess Vaughn and I that that show made no money.
Have you been suffering from the after effects of a car crash?
They done spent that. That's gone.
Still entitled to a 5 or
They done blew y'all a little bit.
They're trying to convince us that a show that cost roughly $65 million to make.
And made 800 million
In
plus.
our last year of shooting the Parkers, Countess Vaughn and I made $55,000 apiece.
That's it? How much were you making an episode?
$55,000 an episode.
Okay, so how many episodes did you shoot that last
5 years. That last year we shot 22 episodes.
Okay.
We made $55,000.
They was hustling.
At the end of a top-rated sitcom.
Hold on, time out.
How? Because them dudes from Friends and shit making $1 million a piece.
Are you saying you made $55,000 per episode? Because I want to make sure I'm hearing you
Let
correctly.
me make sure you hear me correctly. We did 22 episodes.
Yes.
We were paid $55,000 per episode.
Okay.
For 22 shows.
Okay.
Okay,
yeah.
That's on a hit show.
Right.
That is unheard of.
Yeah.
Because we're two black women. I don't know to fight for it.
Right.
Countess is a baby in this business. So I don't know to say.
Hollywood is shady, bruh.
Making $100,000, $150,000, $200,000 an episode.
So now today, y'all want to convince us that show made no money? That show has made over $2 billion, and I'm guesstimating. And you want to convince us that our percentage, we made no money? We can't allow that to happen.
Right.
That's why we're fighting. That's why we're saying, no, guys, we can't sit on our hands like that.
Right.
You know how many of us, when you watch Good Times, when you watch The Jeffersons, when you watch Sanford
That's what
Son,
I'm saying. They
whose
was scheming.
family is benefiting from our images because the damn show ain't ours.
Them fight wokes. It's them fight wokes, bro. That shit depressing, bro. For real. I can't even lie. That shit depressing because that's just one show. And like I said, on something like Friends and shit, it's like 6 of them on there. They was getting like $1 million per episode at the height of that show. And this Parker was a big show with black and white people. You know what I'm saying? At least they should have been getting 70. I'm gonna give them some leeway. They should have been getting. That was a big show. They could have been getting 500,000 per episode if the other people getting $1 million, at least halfway. But if they doing them like that, 5,500, bro. Yeah, I'd be salty too, man.
Wow.
And just imagine how many other shows, like she said, Good Times and Sanford and Son, and even in newer shows around the time when the Parkers was on Martin and shit like that, they was getting hustled, man. 227 and shit, like all that kind of shit. It should be a lot of wealthy black entertainers and families in the world, man. They be running game. We got to break that shit, bro. We got to.
See why I fight the way I fight?
Yeah.
Because if it does not make
That's why I fight.
you have
fight.
to explain it. And I'll go back to Tyler Perry. You know why Tyler Perry don't want to talk to my husband?
It don't be
'Cause he
making
can't
no
talk around
sense.
him. My husband don't care nothing about that man's money. We don't care nothing about your title. We care about your character, brother.
Right.
We care about your integrity.
And what you gonna pay? What you gonna pay?
How you gonna make it right? How you gonna make it right? Because if I am your Aunt Mary, and I really belong to you, as I really belong to you right now, Shannon, I am your sister.
Mm-hmm.
And you heard something that was wrong.
Yeah. How can Tyler Perry make it right, Mo? Give you a job, give you a sitcom, say, Mo, okay, you know what, Mo? Sitcom.
She wants
you're
some
gonna be the
bread.
executive
She don't
producer,
want
I'm
no
gonna be the
damn
co-executive
sitcom.
producer. You're gonna do the sitcom.
If somebody cost you, Shannon Sharp, millions of dollars,
Yes.
do you want to be compensated for what they cost you for a lie and a rumor?
Yeah.
So at that time, I was making roughly between $2 and $3 million.
That's defamation.
Right.
I sat in that for over a decade, like 12 years.
Right.
You do the math. Over a lie that he admitted that he told. Not something I'm making up.
Mm-hmm.
You admitted that, brother.
So why she won't just take him to court or something? Like old girl that sued Donald Trump for defamation and shit like that. She done got like she done sued him twice and she done got like another 80 million. She got some not too long ago. I mean, that's what she should do. I don't know if it's a reason why she hadn't or if she in litigation right now or something, but man, fuck that. I'm be coming for that. If especially they owe me that kind of money, and I got him on tape admitting to it too. Yeah, that's an easy win right there, man. I'm something up.
That right.
I'm sure you got lawyers. Have you had a conversation?
Well, what happens is when you take somebody at their word, time. We don't need to go to no lawyers, Tyler. You know what you did. Just make it right. And if he doesn't make it right, what will our community do? What will our community say? Because today it's me, tomorrow it's you. Then what?
Yeah.
We've got to hold him accountable. What Cat say? You got to tell Tyler Perry, come on now. You got to do it, Shannon. You got to tell him.
I think Monique waiting on the bigger play. She trying to strike all of them at the same time. She gonna get Oprah. See, this was she bringing it back to the light now. Now is the time to strike. Once this interview go out and get it's hot like it is, and get the talking back going. Now this time everybody getting sued. Now them big execs and shit getting sued. So now is the time. Yeah, she played that shit right. She know what she doing. It's going to be some lawsuits come down real soon. Watch what I tell you.
Mo, obviously, when you doing
KT, Alabama, Kenny, what's happening?
A lot of different cities, a lot of different clubs.
Cordell, I see you.
It's a lot of different promoters. Is everybody always
who all on YouTube, man? Y'all say what's up on YouTube.
Sometimes people try to take advantage. You're female. You're black. You're heavy.
You're not.
No, he said all of them now.
You're ugly. You're not gonna do that.
You know, people would try to take advantage of anyone, but seemingly like us, their team were willing to take more advantage of us.
I've had to tell the promoters, call the police, because either they're gonna come get you or me.
They're trying to hold up on the money.
Call the police because, and this was like $75. Can you imagine? $75, like, you know where we come from.
Yeah.
If somebody gets you for $25, that's a problem.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
25 million.
Yeah.
We've seen people lose their life for $25.
For sure.
Imagine somebody getting you for millions.
I'd be pissed.
Would you let it go?
Nah, hell no.
Right. So when people say,
oh, he answered that with no problem.
Yeah, but
when it's his money, he answered that shit quick as hell.
When they haven't lost anything.
Come on, baby.
It's easy to say.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
But when you've lost,
ain't nobody gonna ride with you.
It's kind of like, you know, hey,
niggas don't care if it ain't them.
Tell somebody how to grieve, how long to grieve, because you're not the one that's hurting.
They didn't do it to you.
Sauce Man, I see you, bro. What's happening?
It was done. And I will say this right now.
Y'all go rock with Sauce for them beats, man, and that production.
We still
engineering.
You love more, they make it right.
My husband, okay, say that again because
you love y'all more, y'all make it right.
Yes, indeed. Okay, I fix him a pound cake. my husband would always say, Mama, we ain't calling nobody out. We calling them up. And if we continue to call us up on our doings that are not right, we get better as a people. Like, we get better. Do you know why things were able to happen like they happened on The Color Purple?
Why you think?
Because they let it happen.
Do you have an off-the-rack suit?
Oh, you talking about the rebate? You talking about what?
I'm talking about the 7th one.
Yeah.
The one that just came out.
Right.
Right. Isn't that the 7th edition?
It's like the
she throwing shade.
Fantasia and Taraji, right?
Right,
okay.
right. That one with all our beautiful sisters.
Yes.
You know why they're able to treat us like they treat us? How are you handpicked in your audition?
No, if you handpicked, you don't audition.
I want you to say that again, Shannon, because people don't understand how deep this goes. When I watch my sister say it was an honor to be handpicked,
right?
Then why ever would you audition?
Yeah.
And the moment, in my opinion, the moment she auditioned, they knew we got them. We can treat them any kind of way we want to treat them. We can do them any kind of way.
But why would you want to?
Why?
Just because you can, that doesn't mean you should.
But they did.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
But
that's what she's saying, I mean.
How do you handpick me? and then mistreat me.
Yes.
And then I got to send a letter to you about the mistreatment that you gave me. That's why they're able to get away with it. That's why when I do interviews, oftentimes, or these conversations, people are too afraid to even address it because they don't want to be caught up like,
It's 11 o'clock.
I don't know. When you say, wait a minute, no, that's the truth.
Right.
I heard it. And I don't want my character to be on the line as I'm being a person sitting there asking people about their lives and then not be able to stand in what I've heard.
Right.
That's why it made so much, it was important for us. It was important for us to get you that audio. I don't want you to take my word.
Yeah.
And anything I've said on this couch right now, that don't take my word. Ask those people. Ask those people.
Right.
And see what happens. And then maybe after this come out, they're going to label me again. She's bitter. She's not loved.
Yeah, you done got 30 bitter. The average person gonna be bitter.
Hell yeah.
Okay, I just want to look in your camera. Okay, and here's the thing: because I got a king at home, I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter.
You just want what's right.
We just determined.
Right.
There you go.
Life is too good to be bitter, but we're determined.
That's the better word for it. She right.
That's all.
Game time is the fastest.
Because I'm going to want my money. Hell yeah. 25 million, 250 million.
All users get
I need all that, player.
Buy big game ticket with code Vegas100.
They going to a commercial. We going to talk a little shit during this commercial. Let me see.
And even
see what's going on. Everybody on YouTube, what's happening? Everybody on Facebook, what up? Appreciate y'all boys and girls for pulling up, saying what's up with your boy. We trying to get to 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. So look in the description on Facebook and click the link to subscribe to the channel, my YouTube channel. No Cap Rap News, Nightlife Gaming. We be doing a little bit of everything, man. Putting on for the city, trying to at least. So I appreciate the support, and I need y'all to keep rocking with me when I pull up. Watch my shorts, all that kind of bullshit. Y'all know what it is. Who we got? Reginald, I see you on Facebook, bruh. Thanks for pulling up. As soon as this damn commercial go off, we're gonna get right back into it. Let's go.
In comedy.
The Apollo Theater. And the sister that stay out front that had the jerry curl, if she liked you, everybody liked you.
Right.
Yep.
If she did not like you, nobody liked you. And when I saw that woman stand to her feet, baby,
good.
I was good.
Rest in peace. I'm sure that lady done passed, but she was fire.
Because,
I used to like that lady. Everybody knew her.
You nervous every time.
Salute to that lady.
Every time, baby. And not the nervous when you're scared. It's just that, like, oh, I get to do it again. Yeah. Like when you go out to the field, it's like, oh, it's that. I still get that, yeah.
Wow. To hear you speak and to see, like, how passionate, you're a very, very passionate person about everything.
I love us. I love us. Like, when I say I love my people, Shannon. I love us. I love everybody.
Right.
But my people, I love us. So when I speak on things, it's not to drop shade, mess, or tea. I'm too damn grown for that. I'm 56 and a grandmother. Who got time for that? But I say it because
just to let's fix this shit.
Right.
Will it make us come to the table and say, you know what do we really leave for the babies that's coming behind us? That means something to me. When I talked about them damn bonnets, let me tell you something.
You said, hey, come on, can we, like, when we come out the house, can we not have the bonnets on? Can we not have the pajamas on?
It's just about being presentable, having some kind of
damn Halloween
respect and shit, bro.
That's a Halloween costume that you wear on Halloween. And I am passionate about that because what is the representation that we're giving to the little girls that's walking behind you? What is the representation that we're giving to our black men that's walking beside us? What is the
we don't care.
Giving? And when they would say to me, oh, Monique, you don't know what they going through. We always been going through something.
Yes.
We was going through something when we got off the damn boat. We've been going through something.
True.
But once you lose the pride and the dignity of what you feel
being
like
black,
like,
right?
Then we've lost. So I wasn't backing down on that. It's like, no, y'all, we owe ourselves that
to present ourselves better, right?
How hard is it for you
I'm with you,
to
Monique.
love some in the community when you know they don't love you back?
I'm frustrated, and it is just
That's a
not
tough
what I
question.
signed up for. I'm tired of our sick care model. I'm not choosing not to participate.
That's a good one, Shannon. Okay.
That's a damn good
That's a
one.
good one, because sometimes I be in the bathroom having conversations with the ones that don't love me back, but I still love them because I just know they're misinformed. We've been conditioned in such a way in our community to eat each other up and spit each other out. We've been conditioned. Well, I don't like her, and I love my people.
But why?
Why do I love my people?
No, I'm saying a lot of times, for me, Mo, is that I don't take someone's word because you can only judge a person through personal experience.
Yes.
You don't know our audio guy. But to say, oh, Mo, I don't like him. And then for you to say, well, I don't like him either because Shannon didn't like him. You have no personal experience with him. So why would you dislike him? People want us to dislike somebody because they've had a negative experience with that said person.
And we buy into it. We buy into it.
I don't think
Because
she's
this one
saying
like
don't
him.
dislike
And then you
him.
say, why don't you like him? This is one thing my husband said to me one time. He said, Mama, there's not a person on the face of this earth that I dislike. I may dislike what they do, but I don't dislike the person. And it took me a minute to understand it, because I'm like, I don't like their ass. I don't like what they did. I don't like their ass. I don't like their mama. I don't like none of them. But he said, no, there are things you've done that I dislike, but I don't dislike you.
Right.
And once we can get past that, then we even grow to be better.
Right.
So what you're seeing right now, Shannon, is Mrs. Sidney Hicks.
I want to go to
that my husband has set me down.
Hey Dion, I want to go to the shot house that that Monique was the madam at, bro, and just chill out. We drank some hen with her because she funny. She seemed cool though. She seemed real cool.
Conversations with me, and really taught me how to be a lady. Because people in this business know.
We need to pull up on Monique.
Sideways, baby. You beat that boy over the head with that tray in the cafeteria, right? I will cuss your ass out in ways that they wish I beat him with a tray. And they say, Mama, they won't hear you.
Right.
They don't hear you. Once you go there, so he's had to teach me how to really be a queen.
Right.
Really know my worth, really understand my value. And I'm grateful for that. And I used to say to my husband, I wish I could put you in a bottle and shake you up and let Black women take a sip to know what it's like to truly.
She's trying to set him out. See, I told you she was a madam.
Black man that is a king. When I tell you, Shannon, it's a love that is unexplainable and unimaginable. That's why I can't be broken. And I say that humbly. I can't be broken.
Playboy put the pimping down. She the bottom.
A king right there that when all this
She his
went
bottom.
crazy, that man took me by my hands and said, don't you know we good? And I believed him. And right now to this day, I believe him. And when you have that type of strength, it's hard to bend over. You can't.
Right.
You can't.
You said that when you were at your lowest, he lifted you to your highest.
You better know your homework, baby. I'm proud of you. We got toast on that one. You better know your damn homework.
What is they drinking wine or is he drinking? I don't know if there's water or wine. But they sipping on that yak though. We gotta hang out, Monique.
That when I was at my lowest, he loved me like I was at my best. And I was mentally ill because you're in this business. Everybody thinks you are the hero. Consideration can be thrown out the window. Patience can be thrown out the window. Because when you get home, you believe that I'm the breadwinner. And what I say is what goes. And this is what it is. And this is my third marriage, though my first. Because this is the first time I've known my place as a Black man's wife.
He laid the macking down.
And we get so caught up in that word. What you mean you play? What you mean? Without him saying it.
He need to write a book. That dude need to write a book.
Showed me that he was the leader of that household. Without him saying it, I knew I was dealing with a king.
And he doesn't have to constantly remind you of it.
He's never. When we first got together, I sat at the head of that table. Comfortably. There was never a conversation about it. Till one day I knew I was in the wrong place. And I moved to the side of the table, and he sat at the head. We never had a conversation about it. It just happened because it was supposed to. So when people question my husband and why is he there, you would hope you would have one like that. I remember our beautiful sister Tiffany Haddish did an interview with GQ magazine, and this, in my humble opinion, is where we keep throwing each other under the bus. You're doing an interview with GQ magazine, and I'm assuming the journalist was a white person.
Facebook, what up? YouTube, what up? What up?
And she said, well, I don't do business like Monique do business, and I'm glad I don't have that husband of hers.
But she don't know your husband.
And when I saw that, it's like, Tiffany, if you had a husband like mine, you may not have 2 DUIs.
Oh.
If you had a husband like mine, you may not be caught up in what looks like you could have been grooming a child. And I say all of that with no judgment. But when you speak about having a husband like mine, you open up the door. And I'm saying to you, if you had one like mine, you may not sit in these positions that you can't explain the next day.
Right.
Or it's a hard way to go. So once again...
Well, she doesn't even have a husband, let alone like yours.
Well, damn it now. You said it.
If a man wears this...
Hey, it's Monique going off on everybody. She calling them out.
They're super baggy, too stiff.
But she got the receipts. Seemed like she got all the receipts. And from what the shit, it's just some... I don't know. I ain't gonna say nothing yet.
That was a sip. That required a sip.
You, Moesha, how did that come about?
Moesha?
Yeah. You had an audition for Moesha, right?
No, sir.
Hold on.
No, sir.
Damn, Shannon got...
I say this...
And say he got the wrong damn
but I never
person.
Auditioned.
What?
I've never auditioned. They've called. I think I thought I was auditioning for a Burger King commercial, but what it really was the agency I was with at the time just trying to blow smoke.
Right.
You know, making me think I'm doing something.
Right.
But to audition, when I first came to Hollywood, I told this guy named, I believe his name is Mark Unray, and I told AJ Johnson, and I told a sister named Kimberly Brooks. I said, I'm not auditioning. And they was like, okay, like your fat ass. You not auditioning? Okay, fat ass, we'll see. That's what they did. They laughed. But I meant that. I'm like, what you see is what you get. I am not going to, especially now. Especially now. Why?
Y'all already know she can get down.
I've got the highest award that you can get in this business called acting. And why would I do that?
Right.
Because once I do that, I devalue me. If you can't look at my work and say, that's what we want, then no, thank you.
Right.
Like they'll call, they'll send emails and they'll say, what's Monique availability? None of your business. I don't know you. So you just send an email and want to know what's my availability. I'm offer only. I am offer only. So again, we got to be careful what we say yes to. What Sidney
I just said that.
It's not how many times you say yes. It's how many times
you say no. Yeah.
And the moment our baby auditioned, they got set up for no trailers. They got set up for no food. They got set up for no drivers because now in their mind, they think you're desperate.
Right.
So when Oprah does the one-on-one with Taraji and she begins to run down her credits, the great Taraji P. Henson, then why ever would you allow the audition to happen? Why?
I just said that. The same shit, bro. You know what you're coming here for. Why playing these games? You know what I do. You know, don't don't get lowball because niggas will try to lowball you. And then like stick to your standard. That's all I'm saying. You got a set price, stick to that. Know your worth, man. Don't let nobody try to talk you down. Just say no. You know, they can go somewhere else. If there was that, they came to you for a reason. They like what you do. They know how you get down. They picking you for a reason. So I don't be with that shit either. I don't got no problem saying nah. Or you have to check out somebody else. I'll even refer you to somebody else, but I ain't doing it. I refer you to somebody I know that, you know, coming up or on that level, and they'll do it. But for what I do and the work I put in, I can't do it. So don't let nobody. Always know your worth. Don't let no niggas try to talk you down off your prices and shit, man. Anything.
Allow that. Why wouldn't you go to that studio and say
She doesn't have to.
I handpicked them. So either our sister's not as powerful as we believe she is, or either there's not the concern that she tries to make it look like it is.
But you turn a couple of appearances on Moesha into the Parkers.
This is how the Parkers happen. Normally you shoot a pilot.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
And the pilot, they decide whether or not they're going to do the show from the pilot. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Countess Vaughn and I, when I go to a meeting with a guy named Larry Little at Big Ticket Television, and at the time my agent was a woman named Susie Unger. They're trying to sell a talk show.
Yes.
We have a meeting. He says, listen, I don't need her to do a talk show, but if she can act, she has her own show. My agent said, of course she can act. Well, she didn't know if I could act or not, but I said, damn it, of course I can.
Yeah, I can.
They brought Countess Vaughn into that meeting. That was at 1:00. By that evening, they were negotiating the deal for the Parkers. The way they introduced the character, because they always talked about Kim's mother on Moesha, they introduced Nikki Parker in an episode of Moesha, which was the pilot spinoff to the Parkers. There was never an audition. There was never any of that.
So now all of a sudden you got your own sitcom.
Shut up. Come on now.
You go home and you like, from Bmore, Maryland.
I'm the man.
From what I'm
the man.
To this.
Yes.
Are you looking around like, damn it,
It was all a dream. She turned that biggie on. I used to read Word Up magazine. That's what I'm going to do. I ever come up. It was all a dream. That the first song.
You know how you know something as a child?
Mm-hmm.
Like, did you know you were going to play professional
Yeah, absolutely.
football? I knew it, Shannon. I knew it. Like, I knew as a child, and I say this humbly, I knew the world would know my name. Like, I knew that.
Right.
So once you in it, you be just like,
You be in it.
I still can be in a supermarket and somebody say, Monique, is that you? And I still can tear up because I'm like, I'm here.
Right.
I remember when I got my first parking lot at the Parkers. I didn't know I had a parking space. And they would send out emails to say, if you're here for the Parkers, park outside the gate. That's how naive I was. When you asked me, was I naive? So I would park outside the gate.
And she had her own parking
One of the
space.
stars of a show, baby. They said if
They ain't even told her.
because there's no 101. There's no Hollywood 101. There's no introduction. They just say go and you're supposed to get it.
Yes.
So I would walk across the parking lot all the way over to the set, to the stage, till a brother named William Tripp was in a golf cart one day. He said, Mo, what you doing? I said, going to the set. He said, why are you walking across the parking lot? I said, oh, because they said if you with the Parkers, you got to park outside the gate.
No living being should ever eat processed food for every single meal.
They wouldn't even tell her she got a parking spot. Man,
My brothers laughed.
the industry is wild.
He said, come here, baby, let me show you something. And I got on that golf cart and he drove me to my parking space that had my name on it. That was a moment for me. Like I'm pulling up to a studio and that's my name. That's the little fat black girl from Baltimore, Maryland, who was in the slow class. That's the little fat black girl from Baltimore, Maryland, who didn't have a lot of friends. A lot of people didn't want to deal with me. But that's my name on that parking space. Now, do you see why I fight like I fight? Because it's all possible. But what happens is we then lose ourselves in the possibility of what we're getting. And now we're too afraid to lose it. So all the principles, all the morals, all your values, they don't go away. You just push them
to the side.
Because you know what it's like not to have gas money. So I'll just, I just go ahead and do that a little bit.
Right.
My soul won't let me do that.
Why did you want to become famous?
I think Monique, my goddamn spirit animal or some shit.
NFL, and I told you yes because
I need to have a drink and a goddamn a card reading with Monique.
My grandmother and my family into a situation they probably would have never enjoyed without it.
Come on.
That was my driving force. That was all I thought about, Mo. Given your family situation and what transpired, why did Mo want to be famous so bad?
I'm a little fat black girl, baby. And ask another fat black girl. We fight for that attention. Because you wasn't the one picked on the playground to play kickball.
Right.
You wasn't the one picked for the spelling bee. You wasn't the one picked for this. You wasn't the one picked for that. So I was like, one day, I'm sure you growing up, you had your challenges.
Yes.
You were a dark-skinned man.
Yeah.
There was a time you stuttered.
Yeah,
I'm
you know, I wasn't always popping, Mo, now that you brought it up.
Let's talk about it.
It was the elder bars. You remember that?
Talk about it. Your hair wasn't curly. Your skin was black.
Yeah, man.
Okay?
Yeah, that's you brought it up. I wasn't always popping.
He didn't want that.
Be that. Now to be that,
that's funny.
Because you remember the time when she told you, no, I don't want to go out on a date with old Black Shannon.
Yeah, you know.
Let me talk to her right now. Let me talk to your ass that wouldn't go out with Black Shannon.
Get her.
And you wish you would have went out with Black Shannon that stuttered. Okay, you wish you would have went out with Black stuttering Shannon Sharp's ass. Now look at him. He got the Shay Shay show. I bet her ass a tough. I've been there. So we understand it. You know, you understand that drive. You understand that thing in you that says, I won't let nobody stop me. Now, my drive wasn't that I wanted to get my family out
Shannon
of poverty
funny.
because I've always grown up in a middle-class environment. So it wasn't that we were dirt poor. You know, we didn't have no whole lot, but I didn't look at it as we were in poverty.
Right.
For me, I just wanted to... I wanted the world to know me.
Yeah.
And then once I had a son, right? I was very young when I had my first son. I didn't want him to have to go to a college because that was all that my parents could afford. I wanted him to be able to do whatever he wanted to do. And there was a sacrifice in that, right? Because when you're trying to go get it, you're missing this right here.
Oh, you miss a lot.
The nurturing, you miss all of that.
Yes.
So, you know, all of that had to be dealt with. So now with this group, with my second set of children, I'm a different mother than I was then. So my whole thing is, even right now, we want to make sure that when we leave here, our babies are good.
Right.
And their babies are good. And had Tyler Perry not told that lie, we would be on our way to that. And I know people saying, why she keep going back to that? I'm going to keep going back to that shit, Shannon Sharp, till he takes accountability for it.
Facts.
You
Get
said
him.
your first son.
Get him, Monique.
That you're trying to get it. But it robbed you of a lot of things of a
It's in the view long as hell.
son relationship.
It did.
And so you made sure
God
not
damn,
to make
still
a
in-
mistake this time around. What's your relationship like? Is he resentful of that?
We're still very much separated.
Okay.
And
I think I'm finna get ready to get off. We're going to go about,
it's
we're going to
one
go
of
to
those things where
11:30.
you have to pray to the universe.
Might do part 2 tomorrow or something. I don't know.
That's it.
Oh, I'm finna finish watching it. Y'all watch this shit on y'all own damn time.
And it may not.
Sheesh.
And that's something that we as parents have to say, listen,
Right.
I've done what I could do. I've taken accountability for it. Now it's up to you.
Right.
That's like when somebody's saying, Shannon, I want to apologize to you. Now it is up to you
Whether or not to accept it.
whether or not to, but once I give it to you, I've done my part. And don't apologize like no punk. I'm just sorry for everything. That get your ass out of it. No, break it down. Let's go bit by bit so that way we know you understand the offense that you've done.
Right.
I'm not saying, because I've had to do that.
Right.
When I tell you I was so out of line and out of order when I first got with my husband, so out of order. and out of line. And this been my best friend since 10th grade.
Hey, she a real one to say it now.
He came to the other weddings. Okay? What? It was like my brother. This man, he was like my brother.
He been out hustling you for a minute, Mo.
Here's one thing you need to do before you buy.
Yeah, he been peeping. He been on
another dime on Amazon.
You know,
oh yeah, he was.
Because we were like,
yes, hell he was.
We had a place together. He would see my boyfriend, I see his girlfriend, you know, then
he might feel some type of way.
This was my brother. This was literally my brother. And then if it wasn't my boyfriend, it might be another little fella.
Yeah.
But you know, he was like my brother. We were brother and sister.
Right.
So the way it happened.
Yes.
She was creeping.
Tell me, that's what I want to know now.
Yeah.
He came to you, say came to weddings, you saw him have girlfriends. I don't know if he was married or not before you.
Never been married.
How? How did it? I got to know this. Because Hallmark need to do a story.
Baby girl, we got time. We got time. We good on time. Absolutely. I want you to say that again, and I don't want Hallmark.
No, we ain't got that much time.
Okay, because
I'm getting tired.
This story is spicy, and I don't know if Hallmark can handle the spice of the story. So we've always been like brother and sister, right? He was the one I would call after a show when I was staying at a motel.
He done turned Monique out.
Got me in this motel and niggas outside and everything. I'm scared. He'd be like, but one day you're going to be on the inside. This is the same guy that we was going to the, like our little farmer's market in Baltimore. And I had a comedy club called Monique's in Baltimore. And the girl had on a Monique's t-shirt. And he says, one day they know you only in Baltimore, but one day they're going to know you all around the world. That's the same guy that when we step off of a plane in London together, and the guy says, my wife knows I fancy you. And we went back to that moment coming out of that store in Baltimore, where one day they'll know you all over the world. So he's always been, he always made life right for me. But it was my brother, right? And I remember one night, when I thought Gerald Levert was my boyfriend. And let me be clear, I thought he was my boyfriend. I was never his girlfriend, right? But in my mind, you know, we'll take it somewhere, right? So I'm in my feelings, because I like this little teddy bear, right? But the teddy bear didn't like...
He was creeping.
Okay, all right.
He was still creeping.
To be, right? So I call up my best friend. And I'm saying I'm mad. He said, all right. He said, listen, it's all good. When you come home, you know, let's just hang out, right? And when I went home, I was doing the BET Awards. Right. And I had a big party at my house. Yeah. And the next day I was supposed to go to Essence for the Essence Festival. So that night at the house, my house, the outside is packed. Ain't nobody throw a Hollywood party, Shannon Sharp, like Monique threw a Hollywood. You thought I had every race, every nationality, everything you thought could be at a party, and everybody was just
having a great time.
A great time, right? So he's at the party, and he's very reserved, you know, very reserved cat. So I grab his hand and say, come on, let's go dancing. And we go out on the dance floor and have a great time. After that, I'm like, all right, I got to start packing to get ready to go to the Essence Festival. So we go upstairs and I take my shower. Well, it's nothing for him to see me naked because we were roommates, you know, so nothing. So he says, when you come back from Essence, I want to talk with you. So I said, okay. So he went to kiss me on my cheek, but the kiss was half lip. It was like here.
Yeah, okay. See, and sleep with it.
You see? It was right there, right? Now, I tried to turn the whole mouth, but it came right there. Right? Because I felt something different. I felt it. And I was like, and then after it happened, we both almost had a feeling of like, we did something wrong. Like this, like that's my. So we didn't address it.
Right.
I came back from Essence Festival.
What you want to talk about?
I got to use that move.
I went to his place.
Okay.
He fixed dinner.
Oh, okay.
He fixed dinner and read this amazing poem that he wrote. That was almost 19 years ago. We've never been apart since then.
He spit a too short line verse, man. That wasn't no.
Apart since then.
See?
And
that was too short.
I am more in love with that man
with no damn porn.
than I was when we first got married, because I didn't really.
That's how he put the Mac down. I knew it.
I knew I was getting somebody I could trust, because I just needed somebody that I could just try. Like my brother stole from me. I just needed somebody that I could just trust, and I didn't want to keep on having randoms.
Right.
Because that gets old after a while.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
You're trying to fill the void.
Right.
And men go through that as well as women. You just get tired of it. So I knew I could trust him, but I didn't know he was the king that he was, Shannon. I didn't know that I would be raised. And there are women that have a problem with me saying that, and I will not back down from it. I did not know that that man would take me from a 15-year-old mentality. Even though I'm a star, I'm famous, I got a few dollars in my bank account, but still had that little girl mentality. You can't correct me, you can't say nothing to me, you can't check me, you can't do none of that. Still had that way. That man was able to shut all of that down and grow me up. So I got a great one. I won't even say a good one. I got a great one.
She be talking. That's how you want your wife to be talking about you. Because she be goddamn talking big and talking good about dude. So salute homeboy for whatever he doing.
Saying it. And it seems like people have a hard time getting it. But that's exactly who Sidney Hicks is. He's all of those things.
When the Queens of Comedy, was that because I was some more?
All right, I think I ain't even finna let him get on that shit. I appreciate everybody tuning in, fucking with your boy Young Teak. Need to run the city, no cap rap news. We just came on to do a quick reaction, man. I thought it was gonna be a quick reaction. It ended up being what, 2 hours, 3 hours. So, but yeah, we'll be back probably Friday, or it might do something else. I don't know, man. Salute to everybody, man. Rock with your boy Young Teak, Nitty. And